Hello, gamers, and welcome to episode 493 of the Super Ultra Podcast Arcade for June 14th, 2025. I'm one of your hosts, Daniel Nicholson, and with me is my co-host, Dominic Stallworth. What's going on this week, Dominic?
All right, man. So we still had to finish up a week of, the Summer Game Fest festivities, basically. Still some more shows were coming on. I still haven't uploaded the last show, so that'll be uploaded soon. Hopefully by either tonight or tomorrow morning. Probably by tonight because I'm going to do it.
It will be uploaded by the time you hear this podcast.
Yeah, it'll definitely be uploaded by then. Yeah, man, it's been a week of getting some game news, even though I haven't really been paying attention much from the weekend, from the Xbox show and everything, and I didn't really, so I haven't been paying attention much to this week. So anything you probably see some things I probably don't even know about, because most of the things I've been looking at was just people talking about the Switch 2, which is funny because I muted it on Twitter, but I don't know how to mute things on YouTube. I don't know if you can do that.
Yeah.
So I will see that, but I just clicked on a video and said, fine, I was going to watch a video. You got me, YouTube. You got me with your suggestions. And I watched a video of like a guy telling me not to buy the Switch 2 and about also not to buy like one of those Xbox games. Well, the Outer Worlds too, because it's like, if they're going to charge $8 for this, and it's a game about hating capitalism and stuff like that, that's just being hypocritical. And I just have to think a certain way about you. I was like, oh man, I don't want this guy to think a certain way about me. So I can't get the game. I shouldn't have Game Pass apparently because he said.
Don't let Destin judge you like that, Dominic.
No, I don't think it was Destin. It was. I don't think it was Destin. Yeah. I was like, I don't know who this guy is. He's some wizard. He's something named Wizard. Even though I'll say this, like,
hopefully he's not any sort of grand wizard, Dominic.
Those
are the worst kinds of wizards.
Yes, I like some things I agree with him with is just that, like, I don't agree with the whole like, if you're making a game about capitalism, you shouldn't be doing this because like developers, the guys who write and developing, they're not making a price for the games, so
right.
That honestly has nothing to do with it, and it is what it is with that stuff. Like that stuff, I'm not gonna go too deep on. Like it's one of those things. Like I'm not gonna go in a rabbit hole of stuff because then I can go back on everything, and it just wouldn't make sense. Yeah, it just wouldn't. Yeah, it's like whatever. But like with the whole Nintendo thing and stuff like that, it's like I kind of agree with like that it's they set the precedent. It's too expensive. I think I mean the games being what they are, I think it's not right. The whole inflation thing that people say is just people who don't really know how the economy really works in a way, or they do and they're playing on your ignorance when they say that.
Yeah.
So you just believe them. Because that's just you can't just go 1-1. You can't go 1-1 and say like this game would have cost this much back then, and like that would have been worth like $100 some. I was like, because I know my parents they wouldn't be able to afford that. Like if the equivalent of games would be $100 some, like back then with even with cartridges, cartridges cost more. I understand. My brother wouldn't have got as many games he's gotten. Like, there's no way. Like, I'm not saying my dad was poor. No, I mean he worked at Westinghouse. I mean he made he made a good amount of money. I mean to have 3 kids, well technically 4. But it's like, dude, like he was the breadwinner really, and like I was like, but still, it's like I know how cheap my dad is, and my dad would not have bought in like. It's not the equivalent like that. It didn't feel like you were paying like $100 something for a game. Like it wasn't that
not
same
as big a chunk of your paycheck as it would be nowadays.
Yeah, exactly. And then you got to look at the cost of everything else around you too. What are you paying for then that you're going to be paying for now? Like how much does it cost? Like your home costs and stuff like that, and like how much mortgage or rent, gas too. There's fluctuation, but gas was cheap, definitely cheaper. Then yeah, you got to look at a lot of other things too with that. So, but no, you people, what we like to do is simplify things, so we make it simple so it can be easy for us to understand. When that's not how it works. I mean, that's just human nature. We like things bilinear, like
Mhm.
just two ways of things. Anything more to put gray areas or stuff like that overcomplicate shit. So, but anyway, yeah. But quickly getting to sports, I know Orioles have they're really looking bad, but it's like they look like the team that we kind of thought they were. Like they have some offensive spurts. Even though not like they did score like 10 runs one game against what is the best team right now in the Detroit Tigers. But they I mean they lost the series, but it's the best team. It's like, hey, I understand that. We and plus we lost against Charlotte Scrubel, who was the MVP, well not MVP, Cy Young winner last year, and he's looked like he could possibly do it again. We had a chance to win the first game, so that's really what the kind of disappointment adds up to. But yeah, but it's like the problem was that we lost too many games early. We lost too many games early. So like looking at these games, it's just like you kind of want to win like almost sweeps because you're so behind. So that's really where we're at now because seem like we got the boys are back, like everybody's healthy as far as the offense, even though all our pitchers are not back. Like I'm still waiting for Grayson Rodriguez. I don't know where Bradish is. Haven't seen him for a long time. I don't even know what the timetable is for him. Really. I mean, I haven't looked it up either. But it's just that, yeah. Like we always knew that pitching was going to be an issue. But yeah, I mean, I'm still enjoying the games though. Like at least now I'm seeing like, okay, I'm seeing some fighting the guys. I'm glad that they're staying. They haven't just given up. Like they are still trying, and they got guys up there to really pump people up. So there's that. Basketball, I have been watching the finals because my friend kind of convinced me, saying like, "Hey, we probably never gonna get nothing like this." Two teams that have never won an NBA championship in basketball, you know, playing against each other, and like up and coming stars. Like these are guys that they're not like the superstars like we think of, but they could be now because of what they've done. I mean, one of them is the MVP for this year. Shane from Shane Gilgis Alexander from Canada. He's on the Oklahoma. So the series is tied. I want to say now 2-2 because yesterday I know that Oklahoma won. Yeah, it's 2-2 now. So yeah, man, it's looking like a good series. Like these games, a lot of these games been good. I think only one game's been like a little like kind of a little one sided. There was like there was one game. The was it the second game I want to say. But yeah, it's been a good series, man. So like good luck to these I mean good luck to both of them because it doesn't really matter to me who wins. Like both these teams, they have players that I like. I mean, I like to watch them play, and it's probably the last time I really see basketball, really. So unless this happens again next year, that they become like something this good.
That's the
So
new
okay,
narrative, Dominic.
yeah. I'll be right back, but you can talk about wrestling because I gotta look at this phone real quick.
Okay. Yeah, so wrestling this week, checking out Raw. I'm kind of behind. They did Money in the Bank. So Seth Rollins won that, and now it looks like he might be going after John Cena. But they're kind of teasing that maybe he'll go after either title. Jey Uso lost his title on Raw to Gunther, which was kind of surprising because there was a lot of speculation that Seth Rollins would be somehow involved in maybe taking the title off of Jey with the briefcase. And they're doing CM Punk versus John Cena as Saudi Arabia, which a lot of people were giving CM Punk shit for on the internet because is being a little hypocritical. Back in the day when these Saudi Arabia deals were kind of first announced, the Miz said something about Saudi Arabia on Twitter, and then CM Punk went at him very aggressively about like a blood-covered penis that he's sucking or something like that, by doing these shows. And lo and behold, 6-7 years later or whatever, CM Punk is now finding himself in the position of having to go to Saudi Arabia to wrestle and sports wash, as people say, the Saudi Arabian human rights violations and whatnot. Like I said, there's a lot of discourse around this. Everybody says, if CM Punk didn't want to go, he could say no. But at the same time, like, it sounds like this is a pretty big paycheck for these wrestlers. Like, I don't know if they get some sort of like bonus or whatever, but Saudi Arabia is giving the WWE a lot of money to make these shows happen, and it sounds like in some cases a good chunk of that money is also then trickling down to like additional pay for all of the people that go over there and wrestle. Kind of famously, the holdouts, one of the holdouts was Sami Zayn, who is a guy, he's of Syrian descent, so it seemed like for a very long time he was against going, but I can't remember if it was last year, like 2 years ago, he had kind of turned it into, okay, I'm doing my pilgrimage to Mecca by doing this and going over there because he is Muslim. So I think that kind of turned the tides a little for some of the more outspoken people who were kind of against these shows. It's still one of those things where it's like, this is not the best thing that this company could be doing. But you also have Triple H out there with Stephanie, chumming it up with RFK Jr. and whatnot. So like, this is not a company that you're looking for the highest level of morality out of. They are very much taking the bag and running with it as much as they possibly can. So yeah, that's kind of what's going on with WWE. They're doing, leading up to this Saudi show, which is Night of Champions. They're also doing a King and Queen of the Ring tournament. And they've done kind of first round eliminator matches there, fatal four ways. And on Raw, they had Roxanne Perez win over Liv Morgan, Kairi Sane, and Rhea Ripley. Last year, Liv won the Queen of the Ring title, and they just gave her a really big title, and then I don't know that much really came of that. This year, they did say that whoever wins these matches does get a title shot for the respective brand's top world title at SummerSlam, which has kind of always been what they needed to do to make King and Queen of the Ring matter. Like the whole, oh, you get to pretend like you're a king or a queen until we get tired of that gimmick, like they did with King Booker or even like King Xavier Woods. That's always been kind of hokey. Like, give it some actual stakes and giving whoever wins that a title shot, especially like doing it before SummerSlam. In a similar way, you have Royal Rumble before WrestleMania, and that determines who's going to get that title shot, or even now Elimination Chamber to some extent. Having a tournament that then leads to like a valid reason as to why someone is going to have a title shot at SummerSlam, I think is a really good idea. AEW, I'm behind on. It sounds like they're still doing some pretty good shows, even though I think the past like 2 weeks they've had like something else, some other sporting event is on Saturday, so they don't have their normal time slot for Collision. So they basically have been doing like a 4-hour long Dynamite, which is just the regular Dynamite plus Collision tacked on later in the night. So it hasn't been the best. But overall they're still doing some fun stuff. They're leading into their big show All In, and that should be a really good wrestling show. But that's what I got for wrestling.
Okay. So I guess we get into what we've been watching. So have you watched anything?
No, nothing for me.
So you haven't watched nothing. None of
No.
these new shows. You haven't gone to see How to
Are
Train
there
Your
new
Dragon if
shows?
it's even out yet.
Oh, no, I haven't seen How to Train Your
Um,
Dragon.
are there any new shows?
Mission
Yeah,
Impossible. No, I haven't seen that.
there are new shows. I just don't know of them. Like, did something start at Disney Plus yet? Did something come up yet?
Not that I'm
Something's supposed to be
aware of.
coming. Something's supposed to be coming though. It's supposed to be
Something's
like
always coming.
another season of something. I just don't
What is
remember.
starting soon? There's a Marvel thing starting soon, I think.
Yeah. Darn, I'm trying to think because
Snow
I keep.
White's on there now, Dominic. So.
Yeah, I saw Snow White was up there. I saw. Well, maybe it
Oh,
wasn't just
is it
Marvel.
the Ironheart show starting
Oh
soon?
no. Oh, that wasn't what I was talking about. But okay, but no, but it was something that I seen them show it. Oh, you didn't. Okay, so you haven't watched any Last of Us either.
No, actually, I haven't.
And
I think I've talked about this, but like part of
yeah,
my
you already
problem
talked
is
about
like
it. Yeah.
I was waking up early and working out and watching stuff, and then I stopped doing that. So I just haven't really been watching anything.
Darn, I'm trying to think of like it's a series. I think either I watched or we both have watched, but it was coming back because I keep seeing it like shown, and I was wondering, did it start yet? Um, oh, the X Men. When's the X Men '97 supposed to start? This is 2026.
Yeah. Yeah, I wasn't expecting that for a while. I don't know if I was thinking
Hey,
2026,
why
but I was.
they keep showing that fucking preview then, like X Men '97? Like, why they keep advertising it? It just
You gotta
advertises
watch
because
it again.
just to be advertising it.
Maybe.
Are you fucking serious? Get the fuck out of
Are you?
here!
What are you getting?
It's
Like
my
the
fucking time.
pre-roll ads or something like that?
Yeah, I
Like
guess you
before
could
you
say
start
that.
a show.
No, it's. I think it's either not YouTube. I think it's watching either basketball or
Uh,
something. Maybe some type of MLB or something. I'm watching and it's like showing like watch X-Men '97, and so I'm just thinking that the season 2 must be coming up soon.
yeah.
Shit. All right then. Well, fuck it.
They're just like, this is the only show that we put out that everybody actually likes, so we're just gonna remind you of this one.
So I watched a show that came out, I guess, a couple years ago. I have no idea when it came out. It's called White House Plumbers. It has Woody Harrison stars in it. Also, another guy who I don't know the name of, but I know he was
Yeah,
in
he was
Leftovers.
in.
Um,
Was he in Leftovers? Okay, I
he was a
remember him
star.
from White
It was a star in
Lotus.
Leftovers. Oh, okay.
Okay,
Um,
because this came out around the time that I was watching White Lotus, I think, and I want to say I watched like half an episode and it just didn't really grab me.
oh, you talking about the
The
second or
White House
third season?
Plumbers.
Oh, White House Plumbers. Oh,
Yeah, yeah. When I was watching the first season of White Lotus, yeah, which was around the time I think right before the second season was coming out. So I think that's about the time that came out. Was White House Plumbers
okay.
came out?
Yeah, White House Plumbers. It's funny so far for what I've seen. Like I think it's pretty hilarious. It's about these guys who work in the Nixon administration, and they are doing all these basically underhanded stuff like to against the Democratic Party and like to help Nixon or to cover things up. And it's just done in like a very comical way. Um and I watched about a couple episodes and yeah, I enjoy it. I enjoy it so far. I think it's yeah, it's pretty hilarious. But Yeah, I mean that's all I really watched. I haven't really finished the season or anything. Hold on, let me turn this phone off real quick. All right, that should be good. All right. So yeah, that's it. But you said you didn't find it interesting, the White Plumbers? Like what?
It just
I'd
didn't
rather.
hold my attention.
Oh, okay. You what? You just watched the what? Like try to watch the first episode?
Yeah, it was probably like I don't even know if I made it entirely through the first episode. And it wasn't like I turned it off. It was more like I I had something else to do before I finished the episode, and then I just kind of never came back to
Yeah,
it.
yeah, I see. Yeah, because I'm trying to find something to watch, something new, to put on, and everything. Like I haven't went back to Dusters yet. I'm behind two now, but um, not that far off because I guess like I could just watch it. Um, but yeah, I haven't watched anything new. Like the next movie I probably go actually in theaters to see it was going to be Mission Impossible. I mean, I still kind of still want to see that though. If I don't, I'll just watch it when it gets online. I mean, or well, online
Yeah.
is technically is online with streaming.
Is that
But it's probably
Paramount,
Superman.
right?
It's probably Superman.
Mm.
Yeah, yeah. It's probably Superman. It's probably the books movie I want to see actually in theaters. Um, Other than that, like I'm trying to think like maybe any some other movie out there. Like I can't think of anything really to check out in theaters. And yeah, so I've just been looking at like reviews of shows and things of that nature, and like or movies I haven't seen just to see like, hey, I haven't seen this, let me check it out that I just haven't seen in a while and give them a chance or something. And something that's not fucking a superhero movie and or just a bunch of action. Um
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because I started a movie. I just didn't finish it. I mean, because I just started just to see if I would like it, and I was like, yeah, I do want to continue watching it. It's with Philip Seymour Hoffman, and it's
Oh.
also with I forgot his name, the guy who was in Training Day, the white dude. I think they're
Oh, Ethan
brothers, and
Hawke.
yeah, and I think they're brothers, and they um rob well yeah they rob their own parents jewelry shop, and like that's how it starts and then things go wrong. But it's pretty good. It came out, yeah, it came out years ago. I mean, I'm sure I've probably seen a preview, like the previews for it, I just don't remember. But it just reminded me how good Philip Seymour Hoffman is, like
Yeah.
how like just seeing him, I was like, god damn, man, that man was a damn good actor, man. Like, and he was
Mhm.
just so versatile. Like he's done comedies, like he's been like like in comedies, like he just be a different person. Like he's
Right.
not just typecasted. Like this guy is good to be in like serious roles and joking roles and everything. Um yeah, and I think that's it really. So okay, then we just get to get video games then. So we can talk what we'll be playing. So you want to go first or I just continue talking?
Sure. I can go
Uh,
first.
All right.
So mostly just Switch 2 kind of stuff. Tested out Tears of the Kingdom. One of the guys I work with was like, yeah, it looks amazing and runs incredible. And I was like, wait, I thought you didn't like the Zelda game. And he was like, yeah, but it's good now. And I was like, okay. So
It's
I
good
went
now
back
because
into
it can
that.
run good. That was his problem with it because it
No,
couldn't run that well.
it wasn't. His problems were a lot of like your problems with the like climbing and the weapons and stuff. That was Breath of the Wild. I
Here's
don't
another
know.
problem.
Maybe
You know, I
he's
hate
just
all y'all people. Hey, there, that's one of y'all. Y'all destroy gaming for me. Fuck y'all.
um yeah, but I booted this up and immediately I was like, this doesn't like this just looks like it's running the same way that the old game was. And then I went to like exit out. Well, I went in to save and exit out, and I saw that there was a like switch to edition option in the menu, which then took me to the store to download the update because I didn't think about the fact that you have to download an update for it. I thought that would have just like automatically done it. But I guess it makes sense that it wouldn't because you have to either buy it or have Nintendo Switch Online. Now, I still don't feel like that's an excuse. It needs to be more seamless than this. Like, even if the first time I click on it, it's like, hey, this you're running the Switch 1 version of this. Would you like to, download the Switch 2 edition update or whatever? It feels very much like what Sony was doing when they first had their like cross-generational stuff as opposed to Xbox, which was just much more seamless and everything just kind of worked. It's like, okay, I'm running on an Xbox Series X, whatever. It runs better than the Xbox One X. So it's not surprising because Nintendo is just Nintendo. But considering the fact that I immediately saw like the update in Link's Awakening versus now this, which is one of their top tier titles that now they're selling for $80 I would have expected maybe a little more effort on their part to communicate that and make that experience a little more seamless. Gameplay game wise though, like with that update, it runs noticeably better. The frame rate is very obviously higher. It feels much better to play. But I'm at this point in that game where like I got to the point where I was like, okay, I'm just gonna kind of mainline this so that I can beat the game. And that was back Switch 1 when I was actively playing that more. And then it got to a point where it was like, oh, well, you have to do all this stuff in the depths before you can get to the final whatever. And I was like, okay. Then I ended up going down there, and then I was like, well, now I'm gonna use this fan bike that people designed on the internet that is like 3 pieces and doesn't cost any Zonai charges or whatever, and just makes traversal of that game so much like trivial almost. To the point where initially I had kind of like poo-pooed it because I was like, well, I want to go around the world the way it was intended to be explored. And the reality is the way it was intended to be explored was utilizing all the tools they give you, and this is one of the tools they give you. So then I got sidetracked by doing all like the shrines that I could find and the light routes that you can find in the depths and everything down there. And then I never finished the game because of that. And now I jumped back in there and I'm like, I'm not even totally sure where I was. I've got things marked on my map like, okay, these are some of the shrines that I haven't finished or well, haven't located. But I have this device that like beeps when I'm near one, so I have an idea of where it is. So I just kind of was like, okay, I'm gonna go back to playing Mario Kart. It's without a doubt a much better way to experience that game, and I will go back and finish that game now. But I feel like I kind of really have to like set aside some time to figure out where I'm at, what my next step is. And I've actually heard that like the phone app integration stuff that they added, I forget what they're calling that, but it basically
The
gives you
glass,
like a
the
GPS.
glass they're calling it.
Yeah, yes, Nintendo Smart Glass. Um, I think that it sounds like that just pretty much like points you in the exact direction you need to go. So I might try that out. 1 to get that experience, and 2 to actually help me get a grip back on that game and try and finish that one out. And then more Mario Kart. It's been, it's been a great experience with that. The free roam stuff I still haven't spent a lot of time in. I did use the rewind. Apparently, you use the back or the down button on the D-pad to activate that. The crazy thing is like for a Nintendo game, this game doesn't tell me anything because it didn't tell me about the rewind. There's a charge jump in this game that I still have not tried yet because I just heard about it yesterday and haven't gotten a chance to play any yet. So apparently you like preload your jump and then you jump higher, which that would help me get onto like the rails more or like do the wall riding stuff they showed off in the trailers more. I talked last week, I think, about how I really like the larger pack because it helps spread out the races a little more as far as like points wise go. I'm ready to step into like the higher CCs. I've mostly just been doing 50 because a lot of times my daughter likes to play along with me, and it's a much better experience for her to come in a higher place in the 50 cc's with some of those driver assist things than
No,
to
you
get
gotta teach her to be
absolutely run
good,
away.
man.
Well, that, yeah. She's very much getting the
And then you gotta,
percip
and when she loses, you
uh,
gotta demean her. That's how people get better.
shame,
I seen movies.
shame on this family.
Yes,
Um,
yeah.
because I did try the knockout race, which I think is really cool,
Like she'll hate
and
you,
it
but then she'll love you in the future when she sees how good
okay.
she's gotten.
She'll understand. Yeah, I get you.
Yeah.
Um, the knockout race stuff is cool because it's like it spans like across the entire map. You can choose the different routes, including the different like courses. But then you have the go betweens, and it's basically like, okay, the first lap or the first checkpoint, you have to be within the top 20 because the other four get dropped off. And then, another four gets dropped off at the next checkpoint, another four gets dropped off at the next checkpoint. So I thought that was a really cool addition that is part of this new one that they haven't done before. I don't think I mentioned it last week, but the character select stuff is just messy. Like each of the characters, well, at least the main characters seem like they're all going to have multiple costumes. Mario, Luigi, Yoshi, even down to like Shy Guy. I know he has at least two different variations, but they're all separate characters on the character select screen. And most of the character select screen is taken up by your character, or at least in two-player mode. I'm trying to think if I've seen it in single-player mode, but it's like a big image of your character at the top of the screen, and then at the bottom of the screen is like, let's say, 6 portraits. And when you're talking about like having characters, and then you've seen it, but there's, any number of just random, like there's a dolphin from Super Mario, there's, this enemy from Super Mario, there's a Goomba. There's a million different characters in there, and then you add these costumes as separate entries. It's like it feels like they're unnecessarily bloating this thing when there are plenty of characters to make it look full, that you could have then just made it so once I select a character, I select their costume after that. That's just a nitpicky thing. I think otherwise this game is fantastic. It looks great. It runs well. And that's kind of been my experience with that so far. I've seen some games that haven't got any sort of upgrade on the Switch or on the Switch 2, and they're kind of like, the one at least I tried, it's like, man, this makes it look even worse, but it might just be a game that didn't look very good to begin with. It's a smaller thing, Holio. Basically you're a hole and you're trying to eat things. You're a hole in the ground, you eat things to then get bigger so that you can either eat other holes or bigger buildings or whatever. And that one was just kind of like the resolution looked really bad, and I don't know if that's just because it's trying to blow up on the Switch 2, or if that game just isn't that great to begin with. I paid $3 for it. It's a really small thing, but one of my sister-in-laws had played it before, and Gwen likes the I don't know, I can't think of the name of the game now, but there was a more like bigger indie studio that did a similar style game many years ago, that had like a raccoon, but you were the hole in the ground and you were just sucking everything up, and she likes that a lot.
Donut.
Yes, Donut County. Thank you. Yeah, that one. So I thought she would like this one a lot, and she does sort of, but this one's more multiplayer focused. Like there are other holes to compete against, and that hasn't been as great. But that's what I've been playing.
Let her trust Stardew Valley. Maybe she like that.
I'm wondering, like I'm
joking,
Animal
man.
Crossing,
I don't know. I think Animal. Yeah, it has to be something a little more simpler.
But Animal Crossing, there's too much reading. I feel.
Oh yeah. It probably
Stardew,
is. I mean, I never played it.
Not so much, like as much, I should say. Stardew feels like a more version of that game.
Yeah, but I still think it's still a lot of comprehend. A lot of comprehending with that. Yeah, Darren. I know there's some. I don't know. It's got to be like a Barbie something or something like that.
I'm thinking Minecraft.
Well, there is a Barbie game on Game Pass now.
Is there? Okay.
Yeah, it just came out. It just came out. Yeah. I don't know what it is.
Into the Paw Patrol game that was on there, the PJ Masks game that was on there.
Do she have Barbie dolls?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But
do they keep their clothes on?
What have you been playing?
Because it's always naked when I used to always see naked Barbie dolls when I go through.
They are always naked here too, Dominic. I don't know what it is, but yep.
I think it's hard to put. I think it's maybe hard to put clothes back on. Maybe that's what it is.
It is, but then you ask like why they're undressed, and usually it's like, well, this is the way they want to be. And it's like, okay.
They love to be free.
Exactly.
All right. What have I been playing? Okay, so I've been playing some the Show 25 on the Switch, and since now I'm doing my player, so I mentioned that thing last week. So now I am in the league. I am in on the Giants, and I've been doing pretty well. The Giants suck though in this game compared to in real life when they're actually tied with the Dodgers because they just beat them last night. Yeah, I'm doing really good. I know it's right now I'm at the point of at the All-Star break. I started maybe a month before the All-Star started. So I haven't been playing enough games to be picked for All-Star, but I am going to be playing enough games to be like Rookie of the Year. So I do have that to look forward to, but I don't think this team is going to be getting the playoffs. I do like some of I can't say all the changes because I didn't really play a lot of my player, or at least as a regular player. I've been playing pitcher for the last couple of years. And then when I was playing as a player, I stopped doing fielding because I always fucked up. So I just said, like, fuck it, I ain't going to do it no more because I'm causing my team to lose. Because I always forget what base to throw. Well, now I know the base. I forget what button it is because I'm like, oh, am I looking at the position of my player, or I'm looking at the position of like how you look from the top view, and then I forget, and then I don't know, and I be throwing. It's like, oh no, he's throwing to the wrong base. It's like oh come on. It's like nobody would ever do that. So it's like you should make it. I think they should make it so that if there's no men on base and somebody's going to first, if you do press the wrong button, you don't throw it to the base. You just don't do nothing. So it could be like you jammed your you jammed the throw or something to make it at least look like that. Cause that happens. Like maybe they didn't get the ball out the glove right or something, because nobody ever throws it to third base when there's nobody on base and somebody just hit the ball going to first. And so it's like, come on, man. I said I hit the wrong button.
Use the AI intelligence to select the right base for me. Jeez.
Yeah, something. Yeah. Now they do make it easier for base running. They tell you like, hey, because I used to have a hard time sometimes to see the ball. I mean, not even based on a small screen. I mean, just watching on TV. Like I was like, Dad, did the ball drop? Did it catch? And thing is, in baseball, you have a third base coach or a first base coach to tell you something. Um, Now they make it so that way. I guess people were complaining, and they made it so that you see up there it says go to 2, go 3, or go 4, or like go like you can go all the way. So also they I do fielding now because now I got used to it, and also I like that they you can look at first person. That's cool. Not really good for the small screen on this, so I don't do it up here. But I like some of the Showtime stuff they do to make it a little easier to do those great plays and how you time your buttons to get it. So it does make it, yeah, it makes it fun playing with my player a little bit more, and they have some of the stuff that's outside the game that you do that like your agent might call you, see how you're doing stuff. I mean, that stuff's been around, but it's I know it's a little deeper now. I haven't really gotten to anything that's really that different though than before. As far as being in the big leagues, like stuff before the big leagues, yeah. I'm sure there's some other things to change. I still wish it was back in the old days when they first did my player. They still had it where you could control your whole team. Like you could do my player, but you still control the rest of your team. Like you just had control. Like I get it.
Yeah.
And like you want to make it more also realistic. Like hey, you only control you. You can't control nobody else. And that's like, I get that. But at the end of the day, it's a video game. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's a video game. So it's like, yeah, I still want to still play around and do stuff with the team. Or give it like another option. Be like, hey, this is some like my player simulation, and there's my player just whatever. Like custom or something. Like you just do what the fuck you want. Like, and that's what I want. I mean, technically, I guess you can do that, but it's not the same. Like you can just create a player and put on the team that you want in franchise mode. That's not the same. You're still just the manager, and you don't really control that player. I mean, you don't control what he does, like if he wants to leave or not. You just control what he does on the field. So you still gotta pay him. Like you gotta say, hey, he wants to say he wants a certain amount of money or something. So it's just not the same. Like I just wish they gave control back. And I feel like that's what happened is that later on in these sports games, they took away control. That I just don't get why in single player you would take away that type of control. Like I don't get it. But I will say this I've been playing some NCAA football, and like I've been playing that again. I mean, nothing. I mean, I'm still just doing the same thing in there. But I'm just noticing like how much control they have. Like, yeah, it's not a lot of control either, but it's more than what baseball does. Because like I can make it so that other games, like I can't play those games. I wish I could. See, that's what I say. Like in baseball, you can actually play other games. You can't control what they do with their like who they trade or nothing, unless you put that in the option from the beginning. But you can still play other games to choose to. So like say, hey, I want to help the Yankees win or something. Now in football, now in NCAA, you can't play other games, but you can say who's going to win. And I want both. Like I want both options, which I think I want to say 2K does give you that. I want to say 2K does give you that option. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if it does. Like if you control just one team, not control all the teams, you can still play those games. I can't remember, but I know in 2K you can choose who will win. Because they let you choose like, hey, home team can win or away team can win in NCAA football. And I know 2K basketball lets you do the same thing. I don't remember if they let you also play the game. I think they did though, but I'm not sure. But I think I also controlled all teams, so I can't say if I control one team because I could play the other games. Now, in MLB is that I can't because I don't want to really play the game sometimes. I'm like, I just know like, hey, this team's not supposed to suck. I was like, they're kind of sucking, and like they don't have no injuries. I was like, this doesn't feel real. It's like Yankees being really bad. As much as I wanted to, I was like, if they had injuries, I would understand. I would say, okay, Judge is not playing and shit. Okay, and like Judge and pitchers are out. Yeah, they're gonna suck. Okay, but then I see the team was like, oh, they don't really bad. Judge is just hitting bad. I'm like, I haven't seen him hit bad yet, so I don't know when he's going. So I was like, nah, they should win. But I don't they, like sometimes I'm okay playing the game. Sometimes I'll probably just play as him and just be like, hey, I'm gonna give him some home runs this game or something. At least try to. And then but sometimes I just want them to win the game and just I don't want to play it. And I wish they gave me that option. And I think people have even said that too. I saw it in the forums. Some people say like, hey, where's the one you can just pick teams to win games?
Yeah.
Like, because like just the same reason as me. It's like seeing some teams that to be like just bad. It's like it's one thing to have a surprise team. It's another thing to have like teams that's like, man, these teams are loaded. Like they're not going to be horrible. But yeah, so that's it for the sports games I played. I played some more Unicorn Overlord. I did finish all the North Country, so now I only have like one country left to free from the tyranny of I forgot the bad guy's name. I forgot the name. But basically, it's a land where it's full of angels, like these beings with wings or something. I think it's called Albion. But which is a name I've heard in all kinds of fantasy lore. Albion. The name Albion is almost in all fantasy lore, I'm thinking it has the meaning is something that has something to do with angelic. I want to say. Let me look that up. Albion's meaning. It is a poetic or literary term from Britain or England, often used referring to ancient or historical. Okay, so ancient. So, but yeah, okay. Well, angels are old, right? I mean, come on. They're like supposed to be like the first beings, you know? So yeah. So there you go. So I'm trying to free that. Still having fun with the game. Like, yeah, man. I mean, this was a great game. This was a really good game. What else have I played? I've been playing a lot of Borderlands 3, man, and like I'm really enjoying it. Like actually listen to stories, like, okay, this game's a whole lot better than I thought. Still not as good as 2, and I get it. Like still, I still have to criticize for like it's not being that much different. Though I do like some of the guns are different. Like I do like that you get certain guns that can actually change, like not just it's like from using like fire or ice or something or whatever. Like it could actually change what it is. Like it'd be assault rifle, they could turn to a shotgun. And I was like, oh, okay, that's awesome. I forgot that they have guns like that in 3. And yeah, and like just some of the bombs, like being homing bombs or bouncing bombs. I mean, I think they had those in 2 maybe. But yeah, I love the variety to it. Yeah, that's really like now I enjoy it more because when I was playing with Foot, I mean, I was just kind of jumping in and just following him and just shooting and stuff, and which is still fun in his own right. But now actually listen to, yeah, and now actually hearing the stories and stuff and like some of the stuff, it's like it's okay. They actually did pretty good with some of the writing. Like it's pretty funny or a little deeper than I probably thought. I mean, I'm not saying it's I think it's good. I mean, it's good for enough for me. Like, it's not uh great. I mean, I don't know. I want to put it a great. Probably if it's between good and great, I think that's where it really falls in line with. That I mean, the big bad, the 2 twins. I like them better than I used to like them. I didn't really care for them before, but now that I'm really hearing them, I like them better. They're not great. Still, Handsome Jack is still the best one. I think it's kind of hard to dethrone that guy. But these guys, they're all right. I mean, because I even then, like if I didn't know for 3, I wouldn't know how you do that. Like, how do you make someone better than a better bad than Handsome Jack? Like, I don't know how you do that. But yeah, it's I'm having fun with the game. I mean, yeah, I've just been playing a lot of that. And thing is, I would record it, but it's just that it doesn't run smooth on my computer. I might just record it anyway, just to have some video, or you'll just be seeing me put up old videos with the same shit for a while. Then, because the games I'm playing, unfortunately, they don't run that well, except for Apollo Justice, which maybe I'd probably just record the end of that. I'm at the end of that one, doing that last case, which is it was a downloadable case, DLC case, but it does take place after the events of what happened in the last case. Which in the last case, spoiler alert, like Apollo moves to another country because she's trying to help build their legal system up, which you go through the story with that thing because that's where it really takes place. A few of the cases take place in that country because Phoenix Wright was there first, but then you realize, oh, you learn that Apollo was actually raised there mostly. He wasn't born there, but he was raised there, and he had like some history there and things of that nature. And that actually, yeah, a Spirit of Justice. I mean, I think I did like it before. I just forgot how I felt. I remember the first downloadable 3DS game. It was okay. I remember that being okay. And playing it again, I was like, yeah, it's still okay. But this one, like, they really is better than that one. And it was actually pretty good. It was actually overall good. The story was good. I think it was, and I think it really made Apollo more likable. Not that he was really unlikable to me. It's just that he just wasn't good enough to be like, I want to replace Phoenix Wright. But it kind of made it like, okay, now I understand his story. And I feel like, yeah, he's really part of the series. And it did really give justice to him. No pun intended, because his last name is Justice.
Sure.
And like, I like the characters, and then I like seeing the old characters. I love seeing Maya, and I'm like how they made them grown and stuff like that. It's like, yeah, you've seen these characters for years, and then actually them growing up. And this last case is really like a callback to that, because now he's with Maya doing a case really for the first time, and they even talk about like, oh, we're back and we're going against Edgeworth too. And Edgeworth's still like a tight ass who doesn't want to show his feelings, even though he does feel like he wants to be liked and stuff, and like be friends and stuff. I mean, he
part
is
of the in group.
Yeah, but he just has to act really mature. Like, he's like, oh no, I'm better than you, but I also want some ice cream cake. Yeah, but like that's just basically what it is.
Who amongst us? We've been there.
He's like, yeah, because like there's like, hey, we should have a party. Say, no, I want to have a party with my enemies. It was like, it's like, dude, you're just a prosecutor. It's like, he treats it like you're the enemy because you're a defender in the case. It's like, that's not how it works. It's like, in real life it don't work like that either. People be friends. The prosecutors are defendants. And like defense attorneys, because it's a job. I mean, you got to do it. And the whole thing is that you always say, I want to get the truth. So what does it matter that you lose? The whole point is to get the truth. The truth is the guy didn't do it. You want to prosecute a guy who with false charges? Like, that's why I never understood. Like, I know they don't, but the way they treat the courtroom, like they be like, oh, I'm going to battle you and I'm going to win. And it's like, well, it doesn't matter if you win. It matters if the truth is out. That's all that should matter.
Right.
If it's true that this guy did it or didn't do it, it always seems like they find who really did it. It's like Matlock and stuff like that. That's how I used to think courtrooms were. It's like, you don't have courtrooms just to find somebody innocent. You also find out who's guilty.
Yeah.
But it's like, that's not how that works. Anyway, but going through this case, it's actually all right. It's an all right case. It deals with someone who's getting married, but then she's got framed for killing somebody at her marriage. But it's also gets crazy because, I mean, she actually time traveled. Said the guy she killed was actually attacking her, but then she wished on this pendant and time reversed to a point. But then when she was cleaning the reception, because she offered to help clean the reception or whatever, because she was an ex maid of the people she's married into, so I guess she still feel like she should clean, which is weird. It's like, people don't do that. But she found the dead body and they blamed her for it. So it was like, oh, is time travel real or something like that? And I was like, I know they have it where you have that stuff where you get the dead, like those channeling people who can channel dead bodies. But that's a dead bodies, dead people, spirits in this game. So it's like, it does have that stuff. But I was like, are we doing time travel? I guess I don't really care. Okay, spoiler alert for this. No, it wasn't really time travel, and I was like, okay, that's good that they. But I like how they didn't make it that she thought that, like, because it was actually like a plan that way to be that way, and yeah, so it was. I'm still going through it. The case. I think I'm close to the end though. I got something talking about teeth. Yeah. So what else have I played? Have I played anything else? Let me because I'm not on my screen right here. Actually, it's where are you at here, buddy? There you are. Apologize collection. Neo. I played some Neo. So because I talked about it last week, I want to try it. So I just want to try a bit of it before I finish one of these other games, and I go right into it. So yes, it does play like a Dark Souls, and though I mean it wasn't like too difficult for me. I mean, I just dodged people and just avoid to get hit. And then eventually I just said, "Fuck it, I'm going to teach you one." So, but I'm still dodging. But it's not hard. Where it's like, okay, I can't really get past anything yet. I mean, I haven't got to a point like that, like in Dark Souls, where you got like this first big thing that was in the way. But like the story though is actually a story I can follow. It's like a story that's actually told. Like I just got off out of a British prison, so I'm just getting to Japan now. I know the story deals with like Queen Elizabeth or something was using either Queen, whatever Queen was. She was using some type of power that it summoned like beings and stuff, and that's how she beat her enemies with. And I think I was part of that stuff, but I guess I was against it or something, and then they put me in prison. Then I now escaped to Japan, and I think there's something of the calling of that type of power there, or maybe it came from there. I'm not. I guess I'll learn more as it goes on. But yeah, and then it has a tutorial. It has a tutorial. It said like, "Hey, do this tutorial to learn how to do these moves and weapons." Like it teach you everything. So I'm like, oh, like yeah, that's pretty cool. Which yeah, Dark Souls don't do or Demon Souls don't do. But I know some people say that's the point of the game, to like kind of learn on your own. And I'm like, yeah. I mean, I'm saying you can still do that.
Yeah.
And I can still use a tutorial. And I can because this gives you an option to, like it says if you want to, and a lot of tutorials usually do that. They usually ask you, do you want to learn this or something? Yeah, I was like, wow, this actually is a little like more of a game like than what the other game is, and still have its challenges, and it has a story that actually keeps me a little interested. Like there is not a bunch of like them speaking some type of malarkey, like talking side of their mouth, like I'm supposed to understand what's going on. Right? I have to put like a puzzle piece together and know, like, okay, what's this world? What am I doing? Am I even in the living world? Is this like what am I? Am I dead or alive? No, I don't have to ask those questions. All right. So that's it. So I guess we'll take a quick break. When we get back, we get to the flashback segment.
All right.
And we're back. So now we're doing the flashback segment. So we're flashbacking to 10 years ago. And so we're starting a new month now. We do covers. So we're going to do covers too, but we got some games to talk about. So we're in June now. So we're going through the 1st through the 15th. So we're going to start off with the 1st of June. Hatred came out 10 years ago. This was a game that was it was a twin stick shooter. And it was, it had an isometric view, whatever shooter, and you played as a guy who was doing a mass shooting, basically. This mass shooting, like a neighborhood. You can go to people's stores and stuff. I don't know how many levels it went to. I don't know if it was just one stage. I don't remember. I remember they played it, and it was just a basic shooter. It was nothing special about it or anything or nothing. Just the premise was just really, that was really what the talking point was about it. Because you were just killing people because you just wanted to kill people. And
it got removed from Steam at one point, didn't it? Because of the discourse around it.
And I think they got it back up there. Because I think I saw it up there. I think it got it back up there. Now I don't know if it's still there now. But I could have sworn because that was the only way I was going to play it. That's the only way I was able to play it. So yeah, so that's really what the controversy was about the premise of why this is what it is. But it was like, case free speech is like, it's really not doing anything really outrageous. It wasn't like it was attacking Pacific people. It was just killing people. And
what if I told you, Dominic, that you can play Hatred for $2.99 on Steam right now? It's half off, down from $6.
I was about to say, because how much it cost when it first came out? I wonder.
I thought it was like not full price, but like I don't know, at least $15, like a lot of these are. But I'm not sure, honestly. It's got very positive recent reviews and very positive all reviews after 19,000 reviews.
I mean, the people who will actually play the game, I think they, I don't know. I mean, I know there are some people who actually play the game and they don't like it, but they wanted to try it just to see what else they could talk about it.
Yeah.
But like me, but people who probably just want to, they probably felt somewhere. And then after a certain regime in 2016, I mean, or I mean, even during the Obama years, I mean, you could say that. I mean, when they came out, that people felt a certain way, and they just imagined certain people that way they were shooting at.
Can imagine
that's what I do in all my games, though. I always imagine people that I don't like, the ex-girlfriends or girls that just said no. But that's okay. But
very specific, Dominic.
But no, they but yeah, yeah, I think I mean, because I can't see nothing else. I say like there's other twin stick shooters out there that are better, and like why this one? Like what's so special about this one?
Yeah.
And really like I said, the special is just the premise. That's really what it was. It was really just the premise. Yeah, they should do a 10th year anniversary. Really go right into it, man, and put like anti DEI or something. Have you shoot up places like Costco and say, hey, you don't do that. Like you went against the DEI thing and blah blah blah.
And here I thought they would make like a prequel so you could be a school shooter.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Exactly. Oh yeah. But yeah. Okay.
This Hatred guy is a teen.
What else we got here? We got a game that you actually supported, right? Massive Chalice.
Yeah, it's the Double Fine game.
I think I played more of this game than you did. Yeah, you actually, it was a Kickstarter game, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so then by the guys from Double Fine, I want to say,
yeah, remember? A portion of them.
So yes, the Double Fine game, Massive Chalice, was kickstarted, and yeah, the only reason I really played it because you'd kickstarted it and you had the game, so I played it yours account and well, I think shared account because Steam. And this game was, I mean, it was actually pretty cool. Like it was I'm trying to remember. It was a strategy game, right? And like you fought for a certain kingdom and you're fighting against other kingdoms, but you also had like it was a timed because I think your people got older and they could die. So what you did was get people to get married and have kids so they can be future soldiers or whatever or that kingdom, and then they was continue fighting. It was a cool premise. It was a cool premise strategy game. That it's a turn-based strategy one. So yeah, I mean it definitely did fit the mode of someone like Fire Emblem or Final Fantasy Tactics.
Yeah.
But like Unicorn Overlord, I would say this Unicorn is more. It's not really turned. Well, it's a combination of it because it's like I think it. Did this game do that? Did it? You chose like you chose your movements, but then we get into a fight. Did they go to another screen in the fights?
I don't recall, honestly.
Yeah, I don't remember. Darn. Yeah, it's been so long since I played it. Because that's what it was. Like Unicorn, I was about to say, it's like that's turn-based, and technically it is, if you count the actual battle, because like the movements outside before the battles, like what people moving, that's all real time. But when somebody meets a person on the battlefield, that's when it becomes turn based. And that's when it becomes like the actual battle itself is turn based, like on like how many action points you have or whatever. Um, so it's like a little more complicated, and I don't remember if that was that. Was it like when you got into fights? Was it that, or was it closer to maybe it was closer to whatchamacallit?
Like
Um
XCOM.
XCOM. That's what I was thinking. Maybe it
Yeah,
was closer
and
to
then that's what
XCOM.
I'm thinking.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So maybe it's that type of tactical, which is turn based. Yeah, because you take turn. Yeah. Now that I remember, it's coming back to me, Daniel. This is my brain. My brain is forming. It's forming the pictures in my head now. Yes. Yeah, it was closer to XCOM. Yes. But I like that premise. The whole premise of you actually having people to get older and like they'll die of old age if they don't die on the battlefield. So
Yeah.
and as they get older, things go weaker. That's just how things are. But yeah, that was a cool game. That was a cool game. What else we got here? We got Heroes of the Storm. This was
Yeah.
Blizzard's answer to people who basically took their games and bought it to make money from. So it's like, God damn it, we need to make our own game then.
Exactly.
So like League of Legends was, see, I still forget. I want to say Dota 1 was like the first one, right? And then League of Legends came, then
Yeah,
Dota
because
2
that
came.
was like a
Uh,
mod for
yeah.
Warcraft, I think.
Yes, Warcraft 3.
Yeah.
Is a Warcraft 3 mod. And then I want to say League of Legends came after Dota, and then Dota 2
Mhm.
came after League of Legends.
Yep.
And
Then Heroes of
um
the Storm trailed up
yeah,
then there.
them, and which I'm still surprised to this day
And then
that they stopped.
Paragon came along, Dominic.
Then like Paragon and what's the other one that was going against Overwatch came, because that was
Oh,
basically
Paladins?
Battleborn.
Battleborn. Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
Battleborn, yeah.
I'm gonna keep the memory of Battleborn, Daniel. But anyway, just,
That was one
what I was
fun
about to
guy, that's for sure.
say, yes, but Heroes of the Storm, it was it was like work. It was Blizzard characters basically in that way of hey, what's this type of game called? Arena
MOBA.
battle arena game. Huh? A MOBA, yes, MOBA,
MOBA.
multiplayer online battle arena. And thing is, I heard fine things. I remember that one guy who one podcast I used to listen to. He really liked it. The guy who said Last of Us was a Schindler's List of video games.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
So Last of Us 2.
Is that
He
Kanata?
was a big, yeah. I think that's
Yep,
his name.
Kanata.
But he was a big fan of Heroes of the Storm, and but it stopped. It stopped support. Like updating the stuff like that. I mean, maybe they still have update. I think you still play it.
They were happy
'Cause I
with their
still,
Hearthstone money, Dominic. They were like, "We're good. We don't need
yeah, but
this anymore."
I was a little shocked though, because even like, okay, it's not as popular as other games, but it was still
Right.
like I still saw it up on Twitch,
Yeah.
like at least for views and stuff. And I was like, darn, like I'd never seen Blizzard really stop support for a game like that. And
Mhm.
it was a little surprising. Yeah, it was a little surprising. I was like, oh, like I mean, I guess yeah, it's not as big as other games, but like whatever. I was like, okay. I guess the money they told him like, yeah, nah, man, it's just stop this one. I guess yeah, maybe them focusing like actually having the manpower, I guess, like to do that and then still work on World of Warcraft and Overwatch and like you said, Hearthstone. Maybe that was stretching a little too much for them, that or like they feel like, hey, it wasn't worth it, the money to do that. But yeah, that's what they did. So they stopped it. But yeah, but this, man, it was 10 years ago. Darn. So the game didn't even last. I forgot how many years it lasted until it shut its doors. Probably wasn't even 5 years, maybe it was just 5 years. Um, all right. So now we're going down here. There's quite a few games that came out, but not a lot of them was to be mentioned. Um, though I will just say Lego Jurassic World came out 10 years ago. Um,
Yeah.
Okay. Which I mean, that was actually. It was Jurassic Park. It was the first Jurassic Park Lego game. So there you go. I will mention that. And my friend's wife liked that game. All right. So Fallout Shelter came out on the iOS 10 years ago. And I remember I was
It's
angry
crazy.
because when they showed off Fallout 4 on in E3 and they talked about Shelter and it was
When they
exclusive
had
to
their own
iOS.
press conference.
Yeah, and this their own and they were not tied to Microsoft, so they were their own company. And
Yep.
they said iOS, and I was angry because I'm an Android guy, and us Android people were angry. We rioted, we tipped cars over and stuff. They eventually gave it to
They
us though.
did. Yep.
And it came on PC. Also, that's where I really just played it. Was on PC. Fallout Shelter was a game where it's almost like reminds me of this War Mine, basically, but done in a way where they can get some money from you, because like if you want to add some
This is a phone
time,
game at the end of the day.
like to speed things up to build stuff, because it's a free to play game. To build stuff to speed it up, you can add money to that to make it faster or things of that nature. So you don't have to spend any money, but if you want to actually like enjoy the game, it seems like you would because it would take a long time to do everything. But you would like you basically you were the what's the name? What the overseer of your Fallout shelter. Like you manage everything. So you build places where people can like medics, the kitchen and like things like that, things of that nature, around there and keep upkeep on it. Like things go wrong, then there might be so maybe some roaches broke in, so have some soldiers in there to shoot them. You also have people to go out and travel to other places to forge stuff, like to go places to ruins to basically salvage stuff to bring back, and or you might meet other people, other shelters, and do trade and stuff like that. You also have to watch out for people who might break in, some raiders or things of that nature. I mean, it was kind of cool, and especially it was really cool. But I used my cheats on the PC version, which kind of bypasses everything that you would need money for. So I was like, oh, darn, am I
Yeah.
stealing?
Yeah.
Like doing this.
But you also got a hell of a lot more enjoyment out of that game than I did because I played it on my phone the traditional way, and at a certain point I stopped playing it because I ran out of time and was not going to give them more money to compensate for that.
Yeah, exactly. Because like things get built after a certain amount of time, you have to wait. It's like, oh, this will take a day or something. I'll just take with so
You're
many
actively
hours.
telling me not to play your game. Thanks.
Yeah. So yeah, that's the problem with games like that. I mean, if you're those type of people who just don't mind spending money because you're the guys who play those type of phone games or you're those whales or something, hey, that was okay. And I'm guessing now I don't know what's going on with it now. I know I believe it's still there, Fallout Shelter. I'm just curious about the updates. Like, have they
Yeah.
done anything new updates? Because they used to say like, hey, we added this to it, like another show. So we added this to Fallout Shelter. Now I haven't seen any of that in a show, but doesn't mean it's not happening. It could be one of those things because I just don't look at it, you know.
Yeah.
I'm curious like how
What did they
Fallout
do when
Shelter
the
is.
TV show launched? Did they put the main woman in there as a character?
Yeah, exactly. Or the dude. Or the
Dude.
go or the or the or Ryan or Goggins character
Yeah.
in there.
Walter Goggins.
What do they call ghouls? The ghoul is the
Ghouls, yep.
yes, the cool looking ghoul, the cool ugly looking ghoul. Uh, but yes, overall, I think it's not a good game because of the phone stuff. Like the idea is nice though. Like if it really was this Warmon Fallout Shelter without the whole phone stuff with the not being a free to play game, that could have been a good game. Like that could have been a really
Exactly.
good game. All right. So what else we got here? Oh, that's it. That is it for 2015. So now we're going to 2005, and we got Area 51 came out. This is
Yeah.
now this personally is big for me because I was really looking forward to this game. I
Okay, I'm
always
glad I
saw it
highlighted it then. Yeah.
because I always saw it in magazines, and I always thought it looked cool. I was like, oh man, like this is nice and like a cool first person shooter game. Like the graphically, like from the magazine, like the photos they had of the game, the screenshots they had, it looked good, and I was like looking forward to it. But then I think I saw the reviews, and they turned out to be okay,
Not good.
not that great.
At best, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Game Informer did give it an 8.5 though. So I was really thinking about it,
Oh, wow.
for
Okay.
get it because of them.
Right.
But I also had this is also a time I was actually looking at the internet at the same time too. So like I was looking at other people talk about it and I was like, oh, it's not really getting that. And I think the timing of it too, coming out was that maybe I was playing some other stuff, so I just didn't like I was gonna pay full price for it. And I eventually
Yeah.
just didn't bother. Um so yeah, I mean, but this is one of those Midway was still a company. And like it was a first person shooter, played in the perspective of the protagonist Ethan Cole. The game features operable machinery, including artillery turrets, besides the player's inventory of weapons. Throughout the game, the player uses a variety of weapons, both human and alien, blah, 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 blah. Midway through the game, Ethan Cole becomes infected with the mutagen, and the option to turn into a mutant temporarily is obtained. Mutating others mutating offers a variety of benefits such as increased stamina as well as initial ability to fire health replenishing parasites as well as later ability to contaminate enemies, both at the cost of mutation time reduction. While in mutant form, players can easily spot enemies which would otherwise be cloaked in regular human eye, albeit with the slight ocular defect. Like I still probably would have got the game. I think because if I think Game 4 would have still been like, hey, I'll do it. I think it must have been another game that came out that made me just like, nah, don't worry about it. I can't remember. Because I was looking forward to this game. But why did you highlight it?
Because I couldn't remember how big it was, but like the original Area 51 was kind of a big deal, and I wanted to get your thoughts on that. And then I
Oh,
was like, also, I remember at the time, like, kind of there being some excitement around this, like having potential, and then it came out and kind of fell flat. But because that
because the light gun.
franchise was
Yeah,
so
that's right. It
big
was
with
a
the
light gun
light
shooter.
gun, yeah,
Yeah.
that was the one that was always at the arcades that,
Yes,
was really cool.
and it was actually made to a regular first person shooter. I think that's another reason why it kind of got my attention. So okay,
Mm.
yeah, and yeah, it just didn't turn out as well as it did. It did. I think initial copies of it, a playable game demo of Mortal Kombat Deception was with it.
Oh, they try to get people to buy it.
Yeah, that was the second of the new ones that came for that console, right? After Alliance, Daily Alliance was the first one, right? Yeah, because then
Yeah,
Deception
that
was the
sounds
second.
right.
All right. So what else we got in 19? Oh, I said 19. No, 2005. Kirby Canvas Curse. All right, I
Yeah,
remember seeing this game, never played it, but you tell me about it. I might have borrowed it from you though. I feel like I borrowed it,
maybe.
but I don't. Yeah, I
Yeah,
feel like I did. I think I borrowed it from. I just don't remember, but I like the gameplay. But I looked at the
yeah.
screenshots. I remember doing something with this. But yeah, go ahead.
Basically, this one takes Kirby into just ball form, and you utilize the stylus of the DS to draw a path for him. And depending on the way you draw it, like sometimes you'll get a boost. Um, and it's very simple gameplay that I feel like they did a good job of keeping kind of a little more sophisticated and a little more complicated in some case. Honestly, I wonder if like this game would be good for my daughter to see, like if she could get that down. Um, yeah, I mean, generally, I don't think I'd beat it, and I feel like the consensus around it when it reviewed was that maybe it was a little on the short side of things. because this was not long after the DS had launched. People were still looking for games, to be excited about, and this came out. The scores are actually pretty good. 86 on Metacritic overall. 9 from Eurogamer, Dominic, and you know how they are. 8.5 from Game Informer.
No. Eurogamer is
it's Edge. That's the hard one, and they gave it a 7. So
seven.
Okay,
Yes, they have their standards.
Eurogamers are pushovers. Got a 9 out of 10 from Nintendo Power though, Dominic.
Yeah,
So.
this actually got. I mean, this got decent scores. I mean, I always I always saw decent scores from this. Was this ever came on a Switch, or was this part of one of the Kirby collections that came on Wii?
They did a Kirby and the Rainbow Curse on the Wii U, like a new game.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Right. Okay, the game was later re-released on the Virtual Console for the Wii U in Europe and Australia. Okay, and then North America in October of 2016. Man, they really need to figure out something with the DS stuff on the Switch too. Like we talked about it so much, or at least I did, with the Switch 1 and the stupid flippy grip thing. And I've seen emulators do it where, you just turn your Switch sideways and you can use it like a DS with the top screen up at the top and the bottom screen up at the bottom. But yeah, they really need to do something. You're telling me you could do this on the Wii U, but you can't do this on one of these new consoles. How was the Wii U so advanced in their virtual console stuff? And how did they just revert back so hard?
I mean, it's them. Like I was looking at a YouTube of this woman talking about Nintendo. It's like, because how she was a big Nintendo fan, just like she was a big Disney fan, but she's like, Nintendo is basically Disney.
Yeah,
and like they just hold things for no reason.
They really, just hate their fans.
It's like, because it's like, well, that's what she said. That's what people said. Like Nintendo, there's no big, like the saying was that Nintendo hate their fan. They hate their fans more than anything. Like it's just crazy how like the Nintendo's biggest fans are hated by Nintendo, and it's weird. Because I don't see the money in that. That's the thing. Like usually you can find out what's the money in this. I don't know.
Right. Exactly.
It's like yeah. It's like I don't literally know. It's like
could be selling these games and making money.
I mean, we said this for years. Like how they have these expensive stuff that's out there, but it's like if they're doing this and you say like, oh, it's because of money, it's like, then why would they do this other thing then? Like that would make them a lot of money. Like why would they have it where they can have more games come out on a virtual console, or have it like you pay something for them? I mean, that doesn't make any sense to me. It's like, man, it's like they're very anti-consumer. It's like at the point where they don't have to be that expensive. Because like if you had charged like something for your virtual console games or something like that, you'll be making a lot of money. You wouldn't have to charge as much as for some other things. And you can actually have your games go down in price too. I mean, it's like, I don't know, man. It's all these companies too, though. But them, I mean, they've been like this forever because they're slow to what's new, and they're just so very stingy with stuff, and then they're very anti-consumer. They're very anti-consumer. But we're seeing that now, like with a lot of companies, just being anti-consumer. Like they're like we're supposed to have the power of the market, but we're letting them dictate stuff. Like because it must be enough of us out there who would just say fuck it and just still buy it, and so buy something. I'm not just talking about Nintendo, it's on anything, and then so it'll be like whatever. Is like, well, whatever. Like, yeah, we do have the power of the market, but thing is, it seems like people don't care. Like, they don't care about, like, say, hey, they charge more. Oh, this sucks. Oh, I'm still gonna get it because they still can afford it. But yeah, like seeing I want because I do want to see these games like Kirby Canvas Curse and things of that nature. I wish it was an easier way to do it, and them Nintendo keep blocking people, from letting people play these games. Like, hey, you're not freaking selling them, so like these people are out here trying to get people to play these games that they love that you made, and you're like just like freaking suing people and shit. All right, is that it? I think that's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to talk about you think Batman Begins was a great game? Okay.
I had that
But
game for the GameCube. I thought about highlighting it, but I was like, nah, I don't need to get into that.
yeah, it's probably not. I'm sure somebody will say Ark of the Lad in the Darkness should be talked about, but I have no idea much about that game.
Yeah.
So let me see. Was it even rated really good? No, it was not.
59 out
Not.
of
Yeah.
100.
Yeah. All right. So now we're gonna get to covers that came out in magazines over the last 30 years. So we will start in 2015, 10 years ago. And we're looking at Edge magazine. They had two covers. I guess I'm going to look at the best one though, that Daniel has said, and is this one, Guitar Hero Live. They're both Guitar Hero covers. It's just the other
Yeah.
one doesn't look as good as this one.
This one has the most also, Dominic, because the other one didn't have the previews listed at the bottom.
Oh,
Or
really?
whatever
Oh, maybe that
sticker this
magazine didn't
is that
have it,
talks
Daniel.
about
It
Battlefront.
might didn't have those previews.
They took them out. You could only learn about Guitar Hero Live in that magazine.
Yeah, God, I hate when this happens. Like my freaking Windows bar is just stuck on when it's supposed to disappear. Ugh, you bastard. Oh, there we go. Now it's gone, you son of a bitch. All right, there you go. But yes, okay. So Edge magazine, Guitar Hero Live. Tell me about Guitar Hero Live because I don't remember everything. I know Guitar Hero was coming back though. It was trying to come
Yeah,
back.
this was the one with the subscription model and they used like FMV during the playing of the songs, and like the band would interact with you and be like, "Hey, dude, you're doing a great job," and then you'd like
Oh
press
yeah,
the
I remember
button
the
to give them a
commercial.
high five or something.
Yeah, I remember seeing the commercial of that. That was interesting.
I thought it was an interesting direction for the game to go, especially like the kind of subscription model thing. But it seemed like it was done before I got anywhere near even playing it, so I never got to experience it. But I gotta give them credit; they tried something different with it. They could have just rehashed, Guitar Hero and Rock Band again. That's kind of the route the Rock Band went with it. But
I do
it
Rocksmith.
clearly did not
Rocksmith it.
succeed. I wonder if they're still releasing Rocksmith games. Because for a while there, Ubisoft was doing it yearly.
Do people still play guitar?
Yes, Dominic.
Yes. All right. So, like what's Oscar here? It says in the studio with the next iteration of music games generation because I couldn't see the G, and so I said iteration. Also previews of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void. That is the last one of the two, I want to say. That is because that's the Protoss. And you got Shadow of the Beast. I don't remember what that is, but I know that the title seems familiar. Everybody's Gone to the Rapture. That sounds familiar too.
Yeah, that was the Sony, like, I don't know if it was Sony exclusive, but it was like another like Gone Home style walking simulator type thing.
Oh yeah. Was it Leftovers
yeah,
the game?
Everybody. I think kind of, yeah. It was like Leftovers, but walking simulator version.
And We Happy Few. A game I really thought was going to be like something different, like BioShock.
Yep. The next BioShock, and then it ended up being like a roguelike.
Atomic Heart is our BioShock, Daniel.
Yeah. They're trying to make it.
Yeah. All right. That's it, because I cannot read the sticker. I see Battlefield.
Yeah, it's here. Star Wars Battlefront something or other.
I see Unleash the Force.
Yeah. Oh, Star Wars Battlefront creators
Oh,
something Battlefield Unleash the Force.
maybe something about Battlefront. Yeah. All right. So now we're going to Game Informer. And we got this nice cover. This is the last Disney Affinity,
Yeah.
man, 3.0. The end. Star Wars leads the charge. Yep, this is when they bring Star Wars because they had regular Disney and
Mhm.
Disney shows and Pixar's and all that stuff. Then they
I
had
was gonna
brought in
say then they had
Marvel,
Pixar stuff.
and then they had Marvel come in for 2.0, and then 3.0 was like, hey, we got Star Wars now. We're buying
Yep.
everybody. And I mean, it's cool. It's a cool concept. Just wish it was so damn expensive.
Yeah. Especially because I
Um,
like the designs that they had for these figures as well.
Yeah, yeah, and
Um,
some nice looking ugly designs. Yes, they are. It's like I showed. Nah, they designs. They're good.
they're basically
It's like
Fortnite designs. Like this was
yeah.
Fortnite before Fortnite, Dominic.
Yep, sure was.
A
It
little, a
was.
little chibier, but for the most part,
Oh, darn! I didn't
or
even realize
trivian
they
in
had
similar sense.
Tron, the Tron girl there,
Yep. Yeah.
who seems to be the actress seems to be hated though.
Really.
I don't
Olivia
know.
Wilde.
Yeah, man. Uh, like especially after that last movie that she directed did. Like, there's a lot of problems with that.
Uh,
See, Google, man, they keep putting those stories, man. I don't know why they think I'm gonna
they
read it,
keep
but then I
feeding you
read
the
it.
gossip, huh?
Yeah, yeah. All right. So, yeah, that I mean, that's a good cover. Game Four always have seen to have these good covers.
Yeah.
All right.
Especially
So
once
that's
they
it for 20.
formatted the front and the back. Once they expanded
Yes.
that format too. Yeah.
All right. So now we're going back 20 years to 2005. We got EGM, Electronic Gaming Monthly. We got Zelda, The Legend of Zelda on the front. This is going to be the new Zelda. They didn't have the official title yet. It's going to be the new Zelda. It was for the GameCube and eventually, and the Wii. It was going to be
Hmm.
the first Wii game. And I don't think we knew that yet. I think we still just start GameCube. I'm not sure. I can't remember at this point in time. I don't know what point in time that we just knew that it was coming to Game Wii. Was it Electronic Gaming Show that we didn't find out?
I would think it would have had to been because I don't think they would have announced this and then had it come out like 2 holidays later. But I guess
Yeah.
when does the Wii come out? We
Well, it's 2015, so the Wii comes on next year. Oh,
Okay,
no, I
so
said
yeah, it
2015.
is
I said 2015.
2006.
I mean 2005. So the Wii
Yeah,
would have came out 2006 because
2006.
2005 was Xbox year.
Okay.
Yeah, I
Wii
forget when
and
we found
Price
out.
unveiled. When did we find that out? From the Eagle
I,
American
I
University?
thought that was EGM too.
That was. You're not gonna just tell me? Of course
Well, while
not.
you
When is
look, I'll
this
say,
article
okay,
dated
Legend
from?
of Zelda. We saw it, we played it. The world's most critically acclaimed series grows up, and we've got the exclusive report inside because it's like, hey, I hated that Zelda game, that
Mhm.
little bitch kid there. So now we got now you got the grown up leap, man. He got big balls. His balls has dropped.
Yep. He's got chainmail on now.
Yeah. Um. Plus Marvel Nemesis. Yep, the best Marvel fighting game. Will
Yeah.
will that Tokon game, whatever it's called, live up to Marvel Nemesis, Daniel? Tomb Raider Legend, Matrix Path
Yeah.
to Neo. Yes, I remember that. It's like, hey, you actually can play as Neo now. This is what y'all wanted because y'all were pissed when y'all didn't. I was playing as freaking
Jada Pinkett.
Jada Pinkett Smith and the Asian dude.
Yeah.
Also 50 Cent Bulletproof. This was the first one.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was the
Yeah. The
first one. Not now the
second
other
was
one was
Blood in the
yeah, it's
Sand.
good. Yeah, that was actually pretty good. People said.
Yeah.
I never played it. My friend had Bulletproof. I don't. I had to ask him, was it good? I don't think he said it was good. I think he said it wasn't good. Um. So yeah, you found out about that Zelda?
No, I didn't. I
Okay.
couldn't find
Oh,
when they announced that
well,
it
don't
was
worry
coming
about it.
to the.
All right. So now we're going to the unofficial PlayStation magazine, and we got Ultimate Spider-Man in front, man. Yeah, I was
Heck
so
yeah.
excited for this game because I was reading Ultimate Comics, and I was like, yeah, this is the good Spider-Man. Um, and yeah, world exclusive. shocking new look, amazing new features. Play as Venom. Um, and though they said right hand purple. Oh, look at those cheesy
Yeah, that's
jokes.
so clever.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. So that's so Peter Parker. That's how I thought. Oh, but anyways, plus Marvel Nemesis, first hands on. Look at that, Daniel. Everybody excited for Marvel Nemesis.
Yeah.
God of War beat the challenge of the gods. Sly, Jack, and Ratchet, they're back, but not like you expect.
Because now they're edgy.
And Darren, I think is in that yeah, because Sly, well, Ratchet, I think it's that multiplayer game, I forgot, Deadlocked or whatever it's called.
Deadlocked. Yeah.
Yeah. Jack, it was probably that, was it the flying game that came out? Or I forget. I forgot
Oh,
what
yeah.
Sly
The
was.
racing game.
Why was, because I think all the threes came out already for these
Right.
guys. I'm not sure. Fatal Frame 3, though. Look at that. Yeah, that's the I was talking
That's
about with the
creepy.
Silent Hill, because Fatal Frame kind of
Mm.
reminded me of that. Hitman Blood Money exclusive. Wow, Blood Money, man. Tomb Raider, hot new screens.
Yeah. Legend.
And 2 months till issue number 100. Oh, the 100th issue. Oh, man.
It feels
All
like they
right.
should have more, but I guess also like it's only one a month, so yeah, it would take a while.
And now we go to Edge. And Edge got this nice cover of Zelda on the front to talk about the new
Yeah, look
Zelda
at that.
game. Yeah, this was a
It
nice
is
cover.
always
This was,
good. I mean, that's
yeah,
this is just the art Nintendo gave them, but they did put this background in, so like much credit to them. They have
yeah,
a good eye
exactly.
for aesthetics.
Look, that's isn't that what we call it from Metroid in the background here?
It
Ripley?
might be because the one in the
Yeah.
front looks like the Pokemon
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Aerodactyl or whatever. That'd be funny
All
if
right.
that's what those actually are. They just took them out and composited them in there.
Now we're going to Game Informer, and I had this cover. Gears of War, Microsoft's secret weapon. I was still a
Yeah.
PlayStation guy because I was still thinking about PlayStation 6. I said 6. I'm sorry. PlayStation 3. So when I saw this, I was like, oh man, I said it probably won't be that good. But but no, but anyway, yeah, world exclusive, Microsoft secret weapon. The creators of Unreal unleashed the true power of the Xbox 360. And man, this would be like almost my favorite game of that generation, for least favorite
Yeah.
franchise. Um, then you have up here, look at this Madden, NFL, Madden NFL, Need for Speed, and more. EA Next Gen War Plan.
Not the
And
war
then
plan.
yeah, the war plan is that 2K is leaving the football. We got exclusive rights now, and we're gonna suck at basketball. That was the plan. That was um exclusive first look Saints Row, also unveiled at last Xbox 360. Wow, look at that, man! The time. All right. So that is it for 2005. And now we're looking at 1995, 30 years ago, at Electronic Gaming Monthly. And what they have on the front here, Earthworm Jim 2 is on the front, man. They got part 2. There, a series I never really got into, but a series I always seen. I always saw it
Mm.
everywhere.
It was
Never really
everywhere.
played it. Yeah.
Every other
Um,
ad was Earthworm Jim in any of these video game magazines.
And they got here, it's Slime Time. So I guess, yeah, I'm guessing the slime guy, Earthworm Jim
I was gonna
returns. I don't
say
know. Was he
upgrade
in the
to.
first one? Yeah.
I was gonna say it's
Um,
probably an upgrade to Earthworm Jim 2, I guess.
yeah. And first info, 3DO's new 64-bit M2 upgrade. Okay.
Ooh.
Also inside Jima, Fight for Life, Green Lantern. Green Lantern. I don't know
Yeah,
what
what
game that
Green
is.
Lantern game is that?
Secret of Mana 2, Zoop. I remember always seeing Zoop and not knowing what the fuck it was.
Yeah.
I thought it was like Double Dare or something. Nah, honestly, I just didn't know what that was. Zoop is that a Nickelodeon thing? I didn't remember. Is it like Gak? You remember Gak?
Yes, of course.
Yeah, it's like Play-Doh or something like that.
Yep.
I had that shit.
It's
I
slimy,
had that.
slimy Play-Doh.
Yeah, it was but it was kind of rough too. Yeah, it was like it was slimy but rough at the same time. It was I remember having that when I was really young. Mystic Arc, Eternal Champion CD, Spot Goes to Hollywood. Look at that, man. 7 Up was still a thing,
Fuck
man.
this Hollywood.
Dracula X, SimCity 2000, the Journeyman Project. I don't know what the Journeyman Project is, but Doom 3 exclusive picks inside. That
We gotta talk
that
about
was
that,
not.
Dominic. Really?
Yes. This doesn't look like Doom 3.
No.
What
When
the
I
fuck?
first looked at this cover, I was like, is this in the wrong year? Doom 3? And then I looked at the screenshot, and I was like, no, Earthworm Jim is on here. Like, what am I talking about? He wasn't relevant in whatever year Doom 3 actually came out in. And
Is
then I
this
was
is
like,
what
oh
we
man,
this
they
is
must have been making that.
what they yeah, they were working on Doom 3 right away. I mean, come on, Doom 2 was so popular, and then I guess they
Yeah.
just said like, no,
Wonder if this is like
nah.
what turned into Final Doom or something like that.
Yeah, because I remember like there was so many like little variation of Dooms, and plus I got them confused
Yeah.
with other people's mods or whatever they used to call it back then. I'm trying to remember what they call it back then. Because I used to tell my dad, like,
Mods.
oh, yeah, and they used to sell them in store. They be
Yeah.
selling in the store. And I was like, oh, is this the new Doom that? And he's like, nah, this looked like something somebody else created. And I
Yeah.
was like, I
'Cause
just
I
didn't
bought
understand
like
that.
a pack for Duke Nukem that was like Duke Nukem, Duke goes to DC or something like that. And then I got it. And all it was like maps made by people, and some of them were vaguely DC related.
Yeah. And I mean, like, some of the things were cool. I mean, they're good enough for me. Hell, I got
Yeah.
like my dad got the I don't know if he paid for it, but the Simpsons Doom mod or whatever.
Oh
And I
yeah.
remember playing the shit out of that. um all right. So now we're going, oh well, let me see here because I can't even see what these what is this? These pictures up here of are really. I don't know what those games are. There's
Oh
something. It looked
yeah.
like
I
somebody
have
jumped.
no
It looked like
idea.
something. It looked like from right here. It looks like somebody jumped on some pancakes or something on.
I
It
was
looked
gonna
like
say
it
I
could
see
be.
some pancakes, I feel like.
Yeah, I
Weird,
mean, it
like
could
big
be.
headed ghost boy.
Yeah, maybe that is Earthworm Jim. Uh, with them,
I
I
guess,
don't know.
yeah, because it does look like,
Yeah,
even though that second screenshot doesn't look like
is he like a
an
picnic?
Earthworm
Is it
Jim
a
thing,
picnic area or something?
it
Like
looks
that's
like
what they
his
call.
head is in the top left corner as the, the damage meter or whatever.
Oh yeah. It does. Yeah. All right. So now we got the last one. Game Pro magazine. The Big Bang. Dang, this is what happened. Yeah, it was a big explosion back in '95. I remember. I was like, "What was that?" And I said, "What was that noise?" And then, like, they
Then
said that,
consoles fell out of the sky.
yeah, it was like it's all these consoles coming. You got the Panasonic 3DO, you got the Sega Saturn, you got the Jaguar, you got the Sony PlayStation, then you got the Ultra 64, which we didn't know what it was really going to end up being. But
Mhm.
yeah, and then like CDs and discs everywhere. Then eventually Nintendo said like, no, we're staying with cartridge. Yeah,
We got burned by the CD people, so we're just making cartridges again.
yeah. So the new game systems are born. Also, Mortal Kombat 3 Arcade takes Acme Show by storm. That's an arcade like gaming show, and that I don't know if that even still happens anymore because I don't know how many arcade games come out in a year. Maybe something in Japan like pachinko machines and something like that gaming show. Also, you got pro reviews of Fatal Fury Special, Chaotix, Fahrenheit, Stargate, Miss, Gex. Yeah, Gex. Miss for 3DO and Gex for 3DO. Also, previews, Virtual Racing on Saturn, Penn and Teller Smoke and Mirrors. Yeah. And Street Fighter the movie, the game.
Man, we need
For
more
Saturn and
games like
PlayStation.
that. You sent me that thing about like Mortal Kombat movie being the best thing ever or whatever. Like they need to make a Mortal Kombat 2 the movie the game.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so that's it for the flashback segment. So now we're going to take a quick break. When we get back, we get to the gaming news.
All right.
And we're back. So let's get to the gaming news. What we got, Dan?
All right, Dominic. So this is really the only thing I saw outside of the Xbox stuff that we're going to talk from their showcase. But Nintendo announced Splatoon Raiders, which seems like it might be like a single player. They didn't really detail much, but it could be a single player Switch 2 exclusive thing. And then they also had a Switch 2 upgrade for Splatoon 3 come out this past week, which improves resolution and performance stuff. So it seems like they're doing, like maybe Splatoon 3 is the forever game, not obviously not the forever game, but it's going to be the one that they ride with for a little bit before they get on to a Splatoon 4. So I think that's pretty cool. Take this from the last generation, upgrade it a little bit, and keep it relevant for everybody that still wants to play Splatoon. I would love to see some single player stuff, some single player content out of this Splatoon Raiders thing, and then maybe get me into the proper game, the online aspect of that stuff, because Splatoon always did seem like a game that was really cool, and I know you liked it a lot.
Yeah, I liked it. Yeah, I never played 3 though,
Yeah.
but I did like 1 and 2.
Mm-hmm. All right, Dominic. So now we will get into it. The summer game showcase for Xbox kicked off with The Outer Worlds 2. That's got a release date now of October 29th, 2025. That's looking pretty good. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, it also ended with like that big direct they had after the show, which I did watch. I did watch that.
You did? Okay.
Well, actually, I didn't finish all of it, but I watched a lot of it, and it had I don't know the actor's name. You probably know him, but I've seen him on different shows. I know he was on Parks and Recs a bit. She always appears every now and then with Aziz's character.
Okay.
Like,
is he the guy that voices Sonic? Maybe.
Maybe that is him. Okay.
John.
I never really knew who voices Sonic, honestly.
Yeah. But is he like the super like upbeat energy guy? Yeah. Jason Schwartzman. Or something
And
like that.
he comes off as like he's the director of sequels. That's what he is.
Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty funny the little bits he did up there. But I mean, the Outer Worlds, it looks really good. Like it looks like graphically, it looks really good. Like you can definitely see improvements from the last game. Because I'm trying to think, the first Outer Worlds came out like in between it came out on Xbox One and then like then
they did an upgrade on that for the next one. Yeah.
So okay. So yeah, this definitely looks like improvements on there, and it looks like they did also with shooting. They said they even talked with the Destiny guys for shooting.
Okay.
So yeah, man.
They're traitors. They left Microsoft. Don't talk to them. If I'm Phil Spencer, I'm not letting them talk to. Although maybe now I am, because it's like, yeah, the grass isn't so green on the other side, is it?
Yeah.
You want to go over to Sony? You want to leave us? You want to go over there and see what happens?
Well, that some of the stuff it seemed like they're doing too. So
it does.
Yeah. Yeah. So it does seem like it's some big improvements that's happening with that game that I'm a little excited for. Like I was like at a point starting Outer Worlds. I remember through like the PlayStation thing, but now but I think I loaded it back up on PC. Well, I did until the fucking shit went up on me. So maybe one day I'll go back to finish. I do want to finish the first one again because I don't remember everything. But we'll see. But yeah, I mean, I'm excited for Outer Worlds 2 because I really want a sequel to that. That's what I really wanted. I mean, because then they did Grounded, and then it took forever with the Avowed, and Avowed seemed to be a little like it wasn't a bad game, but it just wasn't nothing special. It was like I just want Outer Worlds, and yeah, that's just seeing what it is, and especially after Starfield, which I mean I did like Starfield, but it just wasn't as big a jump, into a new like something new for Bethesda as I thought it would be. It's like felt very safe and old, like something that hey, this if it was it came out like maybe 10 years ago, it would have been fine, Starfield, but it's like, man, I need something more than that. And Outer Worlds, it fits that, and hopefully they stick with the mantra of having short games, like nice RPGs, but not long. They don't take forever to beat. The beat in reasonable time, because even I hear from Avowed, it's not very long. So and it's like reasonable, and I mean, just like Expedition, and stuff like that. Like, I don't want my RPGs to take not all my RPGs to take forever, because like I said, I want, like, we're at the point, like, I want to respect my time, man. I know my own mortality now. I know, like, yo, we don't live forever. I still like playing stuff. So I wanna have time to play games, more games, not just one game. All right. So what came after that?
All right, next up, Dominic, High on Life 2. Now, this I found weird because it looks awesome, but they're saying winter 2025, and it felt like this trailer was the fakest trailer I've seen in a very long time.
Because it doesn't seem like it looks like those trailers that you see when it get like because it's not really gameplay, really. It's like what you think gameplay is going to be, and it's something like you show off, like saying like, hey, this is what you look forward to, and in the future, whatever. Mm-hmm. And to have this trailer and the game's come out this year is like, damn, man, you can't show no gameplay off then. Like, are you trying to tell me this game gonna look like this, or is it because yeah, like you said, it looks like the fakest trailer, unless you telling me it looks like this. But I felt like they would have said that. They would have said, no, this is what the gameplay looks like, man. Nah, then nobody said that. So yeah, it's kind of weird that that's what the trailer is. I mean, I'm happy that it did get a sequel, though. Yeah, I mean, was cool. I did like what I played. I still haven't finished it, and like I was playing it on its last legs before it left. It was like, oh, that sucks. And then I am able to play it, but it sucks that I have to start over again. I was like, I gotta start over again now. So, but I did like what I played. So, I mean, I hope it does look better than the first one. I wish it would look like what it did in that trailer.
I mean, I would be blown away if it, and then we would be actually talking about next generation, Dominic.
But you didn't hear no voice.
It's really just the lighting.
Yeah, because no voice acting and nothing. So, like, I didn't hear no really talking or anything.
Yeah.
So, like with the guns, like they did. I mean, I know they are. I mean, they got the faces and stuff. I'll be surprised if they don't talk. I'm sure they are. I'm just surprised. But like you said, it's coming out in 2025. You feel like you will have a little bit more with that. And you say went to 20. Yeah, it's like it's come out this year. Like you would, at this point, you would think you have more to say on that. It's a little,
or even weird. Just anything.
Yeah,
because that just felt like an entirely concocted trailer for this game.
Yeah, like it's something like that would be like, hey, the game either come out next year or 2027, maybe. Just like in the future, say, hey, it's coming. You don't even have a date for it.
All right. After that was Resonance, a Plague Tale Legacy. This is a prequel to the previous Plague Tale game. It looks amazing. This is also another one that looks very much kind of fake, and maybe there's some stuff that looks a little bit more gameplay like there. But this is 2026, so at least there's like time theoretically for them to do more with this. This also looks much more like action and fast paced than that previous
Yeah,
game, you know.
which I'm wondering if that's the case now. Like I wonder because that's a kind of big thing. And
Mm.
I mean, I only played a little bit of the first one. I tried it out. It was all right, but I just didn't get into it. I
There were
mean,
too many rats. Yeah, I get it.
yeah, yeah,
It's great.
yeah.
All right. Next up after that was the announcement of the ROG Xbox Ally. They've partnered with Asus to make a handheld PC gaming device. It looks very similar to the current Asus ROG Allies, but in this case, it has more like controller style grips on either side. So it looks like it will be a little more comfortable, if not a little bit more bulky. Um, but otherwise, one of them, they have two versions of this, like a more powerful one with more memory, and then a slightly less powerful one with less memory. And the more powerful one is black, and the less powerful one is white. They talked about Silk Song, like they showed it running on this device. They said, it'll be out by the time that this device launches, but they did not give us a date for Silksong. Like, once again, they showed Hollow Knight Silksong off and did not give us any serious details. And that's diabolical at this point.
Yeah,
Like,
that it really is.
I
And I
don't
don't
know what
really
they're
like. I'm
doing.
not really all that really interested in the game, but I know how people want it and how
Yeah.
long we've been talking about it, and for it not to even like mention it, you only see it through the ROG Ally, the Xbox ROG Ally. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah. Um, it, this thing looks all right. I'm wondering what the price point looks like. I wonder if they, because the ROG Ally is already a more premium uh device than the Steam Deck as far as price goes and performance. It does perform better than a Steam Deck, so there is a reason for that price increase. But I wonder if Xbox then takes their branding and makes the price even a little higher than that, or if they actually like subsidize it in some way. I can't imagine unless they're taking those original ROG allies off the table or making them cheaper, if they could really make this cheaper than one of those devices, though.
Yeah.
But
I
it's interesting that they're going into the space seriously.
I mean, I heard I think I saw some of Destin, is it Destin or someone? I think it was Destin talking about because they got their hands on it, they tried it, and the interface and stuff seems pretty good right
Mm,
now. And also, the really big thing is that it can have those launchers up there. Like you have the
yeah,
Xbox, but it's not. That's not the only launcher. Like it's not like a device that's it's a ROG Ally, but it's just Xbox.
yeah.
You
This
can
is
have
the
a
first
Steam. You
Xbox
can
that can play Steam games. This is the
yeah,
first Xbox where you're going to be able to play Sony's Spider-Man.
yeah, and like yeah. So you can have Steam. You can have Epic. Like so that's pretty cool. It's really the price where I'm looking is like where I'm looking at for something like
Mm,
that. Um, so yeah, I mean to make the little easier access to those things on a handheld, yeah, that really opened up some doors for that. So
yeah,
we'll be curious. I know people joked about those, like, "Hey, it's an Xbox handheld, but it won't be able to play the Grand Theft Auto because that's the confusion is where people who are not really in the know is that they're going to think like Xbox handheld, it plays every Xbox game,
mm,
and that's what I mean. Curiously, I want them to explain that because like, okay, when Grand Theft Auto comes out next year, this isn't Xbox PC. People like I mean, I'm saying like that like I'm thinking Xbox PC, so I'm thinking like, oh, I'm not gonna play Grand Theft Auto. But like someone
yeah,
like my friends, they'll just think Xbox handheld.
right.
If they were to get this, they're gonna think they're gonna get Grand Theft Auto. And I need that to be the messaging needs to be there. for that.
Right.
Like, what is
Or they
this?
need to
Is
solve
this
that problem, right? Can they
yeah?
do some level of emulation where then every
Is that why
Xbox
they
game
haven't?
is playable?
Yeah, is that why they haven't really gone through that talk because they are trying to, or
Mm,
is it going to just be Xbox PC on a handheld? Which
right.
I mean, that's cool, that's fine, but it's not
Yeah,
the
it's got
same.
its advantages.
Yeah,
I mean, I guess there's the possibility that they can get more games involved in the cloud streaming stuff. So you could at the very least stream without a console, say a Grand Theft Auto to this device, right?
yeah.
And maybe that's the simplest way
But
for them to
but I
get
want
it
them to be
done.
better at streaming. You know,
Oh,
I mean,
absolutely.
yeah, like
Especially
that's
if you
the
then try and sell people Grand Theft Auto on this device through streaming.
yeah.
That's
It's
got to
like you need
be
to
a
be
good
Nvidia
experience.
level good, man, for that, man. Because like I said, with a certain internet, like I was okay at my house, but like sometimes you weren't okay, and you had the
Yeah.
same things I had,
Mhm.
same almost the same things, service I had. And well, technically, you had better. It was better. Yours was better. So, but here, I mean, you can play the service too, yeah, or whatever. But even still, is that I bet you if I had played Nvidia up here with this service, it'll run fine compared to Xbox. And I need to, yeah, I need it so that this stuff can run like well, man. Like it doesn't matter, like
Yeah.
oh, there's a lot of people on at this time, or nah, man, you don't need those excuses because the whole thing is you trying to get everybody to get on this, right? So you need to get your shit together.
Yeah.
If you're trying to get everybody on it, you need to have it so that you can handle that type of traffic.
Absolutely.
All
All
right. So
right,
what else they
Dominic.
say?
Next up was the Blood of Dawn Walker. This is coming out in 2026. Looks like a 3D action game. Vampires, weird creatures. I don't know what to think.
I don't either. And I watched the show. I just trying to remember what it was, man.
Yeah, this is one of the ones I thought was like more of a standout for people based on what people were saying, but I just watched it again. I've got the
The Blood
conference
of the
on.
Dawn Walker. Was it this on?
Yeah.
This is on PlayStation 2 also, right?
Oh, was it? I don't
Because that's what I.
remember.
Oh, maybe they're just showing that it's on play. It's coming to PlayStation also. Maybe that's what I'm looking at.
Okay.
Maybe that's what that is. Because I just saw it popped on Google. That's why. Yeah, it was
Gotcha.
an Xbox thing. Yeah, and just reminding people, even though people should know, because it's like, come on, man, not everything's coming on there. Oh yeah, maybe no, but no marketing. They had to do that. But yeah, I mean, well, I mean, it kind of reminds me of Witcher.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. So we
so
got
yeah,
Witcher at home.
yeah, because yeah, exactly. That's what it kind of reminds me of, and like it seems like you're a vampire, and I don't think, and it seems like more of a story. So I was like, okay, this is not like no Dark Soul thing. That's why, cause I'm always scared every time something looks gloomy, Daniel. I'm scared
Oh
as
yeah,
Dark
absolutely.
Souls is, and like I don't like that.
Anything third
But
person action at this point, I'm like, ooh, is this gonna be Dark Souls?
yeah, so I don't. Yeah, this seems like a because it is by Bandai Namco. That's why I was afraid. But it says the
Mhm.
action RPG. I mean, technically, Dark Souls is an action RPG, so
Yeah.
you can say that. But it doesn't seem like Dark Souls in that way, though. I more see Witcher, and even if it turns out to be like some type of tough game, it seems like it's more of a story there that it will make it more interesting. And plus, plus the things you do, like you jump on the roof and you're like turn to bats. That seems a little too fast for Dark Souls. You know what I mean? I mean,
Yeah.
so I think yeah. So I'm going to think yeah, action RPG. Um, that yeah. I mean, it's interesting. It is. I'm actually a little more curious than I was when I first saw. I mean, when I first saw it, I was kind of curious.
Mm.
But now in my old age, I'm just forgetting stuff. Like you really got to do something really huge to make me remember. But yeah, I'm a
Right.
little interested in this. But it's not coming out. When is it coming out? Next year, 2026. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah. That's what
2026.
it says.
All right, next up, Dominic. This one is also coming out in 2026. I'm excited for this one. Super Meat Boy 3D. This game looks
Wow.
awesome.
Yeah. They actually went the 3D route with it, and still got the meatiness of like him just dragging his meat body and like
His gross body
his,
everywhere.
yeah, all over the place. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I was never a big Meat Boy guy because um I think I mean not that I hate it. I never gave it a chance. That mean it's on me, but I just felt like, oh, it's those trial and error guys. I gotta hurry up and get somewhere and they'll get killed. And I was like, I don't feel like dealing with that at the time.
Yeah.
I just went in the mood to play that type of game. But I mean, but I'm hey, it was real popular. People liked it, and I'm curious what this new look and this direction they're going with this game is. Like, how does that work with that type of gameplay? Like, are they changing it up? Like, I mean, I'm not sure you just die, but is it still the quickness of like trying to get through an
It looks
area?
pretty faithful. Yeah, it looks faithful
Yeah,
to what that original gameplay was, just transferred into the 3D realm, which I did see somebody calling out like in one of the videos that they posted. I think IGN had like a 15-minute video of it. And there was a specific jump where it's like, okay, from this perspective, it's a little difficult to see what they're actually going, or like it would be difficult to just immediately make that jump, I guess is what I mean.
yeah,
And and I could see that becoming a little more frustrating for some people if that ended up being the case, but I would imagine those guys have it in mind, that that could be a possibility, and are trying their best to avoid any potential issues with that kind of stuff. But from what they showed there, it looks awesome. After that was Ninja Gaiden 4. That's coming out October 21st, 2025. Lots of hacking and slashing goodness in that trailer. Pretty much just pure gameplay, with a little bit of story sprinkled in there for good nature.
okay.
What is,
Yeah, that you got. I mean, you always pitch that you got. I'm not a big
yeah.
fan of it, but I mean, I don't know. Maybe this new one might appeal me. I'm not
Mm.
sure, but we'll see.
Yeah. Next up was Indiana Jones and the Great Circle, The Order of Giants, new DLC, story DLC for that coming out September 4th, 2025. I know we both kind of fell off of that game. Is that
I mean,
that
I
one
would
you're
play it again,
looking
but
to want to get back to?
I'm not playing that game until I get a new video card.
Yeah.
That's really what it is. Because, like I said, the streaming stuff is just seem like it's not working well. I mean, the streaming stuff, I mean, if I try it again on streaming and it runs well, that's fine. It's funny because like I play NCAA streaming, that seemed to work for me. Um, and I was going to say maybe it's just the time of day. But thing is,
Yeah.
I tried Doom again at around the same time of day, like midday, like early. Some people are out of school now. Like people are out of school now, but at the time, people weren't out of school.
Mhm.
Um, but that still ran bad, the Doom. So I don't know how that works. Like, what is it? Is it like the 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 pace of the game, or is it like if certain games a lot of people are playing a specific game people are playing? Is it not just based on systems? Like, how
Right.
is it? How does that work? Like, why certain games don't run? Like games like Doom, like don't run well. But if I play something that's slower paced, though, like let's just say I play Ace Attorney over there, I think that would run well. It's weird that how like that like it works that way. I just felt like it just should just work. Like if it's like if it's a lot of people on and it's not doing well, nothing should really run well. I don't know how that works,
Right.
and I don't know why the football NCAA football works okay. Me streaming it, but at that. But like I said, when I was playing just Doom 3, I mean I said Doom 3, Gears 3 with my friends that one time at night, it worked really well. But then I played another night, man, it was horrible. Like it was delayed controls and everything. And I just don't know I was like, man, I don't know what's going on. It's like something I can fix.
Yeah, because it's hard to even say like, oh, well, like this game is from this generation, should be easier to do whatever. But the reality is like this stuff is all running on seemingly the same hardware and just being beamed over to us via video. So like the quality of the video shouldn't change depending on how hard that computer's working necessarily.
Yeah. And now I'm kind of just thinking like, come on, man. Like I feel like y'all need to also upgrade. Like only the games that have to be run on a console should be on console. Let's be running.
Yeah.
I wish y'all just had PCs.
All right, next up, Dominic, Beast of Reincarnation. This one is being made by Game Freak and coming out in 2026. Why is a Pokemon game never looked this good, Dominic?
Because they don't have to. And it was like
Touche.
we can go super cheap and get a whole lot of money. Let's get more money by not spending too much on it. While if you're gonna put it on another console, you gotta prove yourself.
Yeah. I mean, it looks good. I don't
Nintendo
know.
are sheep. Nintendo people are sheep.
Nintendo fans, yeah.
They're sheep.
This is like a third person action game. Like you're using a sword and stuff. It's not, it's not necessarily a Pokemon style
Yeah,
game. We do see
exactly.
one of those later actually. But yeah, this game looks awesome. And they, Tumbo the Badass Elephant was kind of cool. So they have potential outside of the Pokemon realm. Just not sure they have much in the way of potential inside the Pokemon realm. But like,
I
wait a
mean,
second.
it's like
Also, Dominic, who is making this? Because if they've got another Pokemon game to make and it turns out to be garbage, is it because they wasted too much time making this game?
no,
I shouldn't say
they
wasted too
chose.
much. They spent too
They
much.
didn't they didn't waste it. Yeah, exactly. It's not, and it's not because they spent too much. It's because they can spend too much. They said like we don't have to put that
Yeah.
much into that game.
Yeah.
As
I
far as
think that
design,
does say a lot about them, though,
they
if
don't have to
that
put that
ends up
much
being
into
the
it.
case.
So it's like, yeah,
Yeah. I think if that does come to fruition, I think there's a lot to be said about what Game Freak's thoughts on people who purchase their games are. Um, all right, Dominic. Next up was Clockwork Revolution. It feels like they actually went pretty long on this one. This is we talked about whatchamacallit, We Happy Few being the BioShock-esque game, and then Atomic Hearts being the
yeah,
BioShock-esque game. This very much has
yep.
vibes of BioShock to it. It's from
Yes, it
In
does.
Exile. I'm excited for this game. It looks cool.
Yeah, it does definitely look cool. It really looks cool, and yeah, I'm excited for this too.
Yeah,
I
this
like
is
those type of games where it's like the world, like really world building, like type, like the world is just
mhm.
so different. Like it's made it like it in a way almost steampunkish and but just really creative way or something like that. Like it's I like that in games, and this game, man, it just fills up that alley, that sci-fi ish kind of artful alley that I like in
Yeah. Plus
games
they've
and
got
worlds.
looks like they have dialogue choices, Dominic.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah,
You like a good dialogue choice.
I do. I do. I hope it's just meaningful.
Also,
Unlike
it
the
looks
new
like there's almost like time manipulation stuff or something. It's giving me Singularity vibes too, which is also BioShock vibes to some extent. But yeah, if this looks as like grand scale as it does, it really could be kind of crazy too. Because they're talking about change the past and showing different like man, this went from like Greek looking thing to like industrialized
yeah,
thing.
man.
Like,
Yeah. And when
I
this game
wonder if
supposed to come out
they're.
next year? Is it next year?
It says in due time,
Oh,
so
okay. Okay. All right.
we might have a while before we see that one.
All right.
This
I mean, that's fun.
add this to the list of games that we don't see anything from next year, Dominic, and we go like,
Yeah.
why are they talking about new games, and they've still got like 70 games on the table that they haven't talked
Yeah.
about.
Still waiting. I mean, like I said, I mean, I'm okay with that because I'm still waiting for Perfect Dark, Fable, Blade, and there's probably some others.
Did you say Gears Z Day?
Well, I wasn't waiting for that. I want Gear 6. I wasn't really waiting for E-Day. I mean, no offense. I mean, yeah,
Understood.
I'm gonna play with that with my friends and stuff, but I I don't know. I'm not it's like I'm not really that excited for it. It's like whatever. Because I don't know. Because I just don't know, man.
Yeah. All right, let's see. After that was Grounded 2, Dominic.
Which
Obsidian is busy.
they have 3 games. They're gonna have 3 games that come out this year.
Yeah.
If they come out. I mean, if there's something going wrong and they don't come out, they're gonna have 3 games that come out this year. That is crazy. Now the Grounded 2, let's see, like for Grounded 1, like I don't mind that whole, those type of games where it's like what is those games called? Like where you build and stuff, basically like Minecraft, like Power World and
Like a
Arc.
survival.
Yeah, I guess survival games. I don't really mind them if it's like there's a story that I can actually follow. Like, hey, like this story is here and I can do. And then if I choose to just do anything else I want, I can. But that's
Yeah.
what I want. That's really what Power World's like, yes, that's the Pokemon game I essentially want, but I also want, I mean, it's getting there, but I also want like actual story. I want a thing where like, hey, I go to this place and I battle somebody. And there's a story behind, not that it just happens, not that I just go there, I battle them and nothing. I want everything that Pokemon had, but with the Power World stuff. That's what I want. Um, and like with Grounded, I like that whole idea, though it was like still in like preview or something, but when I was still playing it. Um, but I really want a story, and I don't. I know they put they had some DLC stuff, but I don't know if that's just DLC and it's still just a survival game, a sandbox survival game, or is it an actual story there where it's like, oh, you do this or something like that. That's what I want out of that game. Like for me, like I don't want a sandbox thing. Like I don't have time for that. I don't have time to be playing just around with no goal. I need a goal, but I need a goal that's actually interesting. Like that's what I need. That's what I want for my games now. And I'm not saying they have to. I'm just saying that that's what I want. And I mean, if it doesn't do that, then fine. I'm just not going to play it. But for the people who do like it, because people play those games, and that's good. But I'm just saying, like that's the way I can. That's the way I'm going to play it. If I'm going to play that game, that has to be in there. I mean, that's why with Arc always loses me, even though they do have a thing with the story. But I have to get to that point because every time I start the game, you start off with like nothing, and then it's not really a tutorial. It's like, oh, go find stuff on your own, and I'm like, I don't know. I don't want to start like that. It's like, or like I need some hand holding. I want hand holding right now before I can know what the fuck to do. And then when I get to a point where I'm actually doing some story stuff and like that, like this stuff is going to be, yeah. If I was really younger and as a kid, I would love to play this stuff. But I'm man. I'm too old for that. All right, what you think of Grounded though?
I think it's all right. I almost feel like this style of game would be better off just having a new expansion or more content in the way that they've treated like a Sea of Thieves instead of just a whole new game.
Because that's what I'm thinking. Like, what are they doing? That's all I want to know. Like, what are they
What's
proving to make it?
new? Yeah.
Yeah, to make it a 2. Like, why doesn't why not make an expansion? Like, what is this? Because, like, yeah, if they're making a two and like it's like, oh, we got like a real story here now. Like it does
Mhm.
this and stuff like that. And I was like, oh, well, then this is where I jump in at.
Right.
But if it's just another version of the other one, just with some, better stuff in there, yeah, like I don't know why you would go a two route. Why not
Right.
just improve the one?
Yeah. Especially since we've seen that with Sea of Thieves that they've done this for so long.
Yeah, and Minecraft don't have a two.
Yeah. Not yet it doesn't. All right. So next up after that, Dominic, was Chronos: The New Dawn. That's coming out fall of this year. This game looks like it reminds me of Dead Space. Like it's giving me those kind of vibes. It's third person shooter with horror elements
Yeah,
and weird, creepy blob people.
yeah. I
So
mean, nothing that really does anything for me, but yeah, we'll
yeah,
see what happens.
nothing revolutionary, but absolutely doing something for somebody. I'm sure because it looks visually very nice outside of being gross looking from these creatures. Um, all right, after that was a bit for the Elder Scrolls Online. They've got some new content coming out June 18th there. Then after that was Aphelion. I haven't seen anybody say the name yet. And this is like, speaking of kind of Dead Space stuff, this is actually from Don't Nod, but it is a like sci-fi horror kind of thing. It looks like because you're in space and there's some really bad stuff happening to this poor woman, and then at the end of the trailer, there's this dude that makes it seem like something worse might be out there even to contend with. So I am interested, considering Don't Nod has been kind of hit or miss. But I'm always kind of interested to see what they're doing. What did you think, Dominic?
I have to look at it again, man, because I'm trying to pull it up right now because I don't remember that. Because that sounds you described it a whole lot better than something I remember seeing. It's, so yeah, what's it called? Aphelion?
Aphelion or something like that.
Um, this is like a space shooter game. Is this the same game we talking about?
I It didn't look like much of a shooter in this trailer here. Like I thought initially that's what I was thinking too. Um
Maybe this
but
is another game with the same title. Well, it says coming soon on this one,
I doubt
and
it. Maybe there's just a different trailer that shows more like actiony bits. Because in the trailer from the Xbox One, it's actiony, but it's mostly like almost platformy stuff that they're showing, and it doesn't even. With it
yeah,
being Don't Nod, I don't know how much of it is actual like platforming, or if it's just like, oh, we're telling a story
yeah,
and
that
this
that
is what's
is
going
yeah.
on.
This trailer does not look like the same one that the Steam game that's supposed to be coming soon, showing. Like, what the
Interesting.
hell?
Philion game.
Oh, it says Philion
Will be
Frontier
a
Chronicles. That's what it's called. Okay, they do
Oh
have a
yeah, okay, yeah. This one that I'm seeing on Steam, like it's a spaceship shooter thing, right?
yeah,
That you saw? Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, okay,
Apparently,
I saw that trailer. Yeah, that trailer. I mean, it don't show enough gameplay. That mean maybe that's why. Yeah,
yeah,
okay. The
no,
way you
not at
describe,
all.
yeah. So I don't know. Yeah, yeah. I mean, is yeah. It seems. I mean, the premise could be like really interesting, like story wise. I just want to know what it is. Yeah.
Mm, yeah. All right. Next up after that was No Ghost at the Grand. Dominic, did you feel as strongly about that one as I did? That looks like some pretty cool stuff.
Yeah. Because it give me the vibes of this the game that came out recently. because of the music and stuff. And like also being like in like a certain cultural thing. And yeah, it seemed like a good mysterious game, and yeah, I want to see more of it. Like I want to see more of
Mm.
this. It's like okay, this is like the vibe. I like the vibes of the game. Like, all
Yeah,
right,
because it's
yeah, I
got
would.
this weird like initial house flipper thing going on, but then throughout the trailer, there's like some paranormal stuff and some like mystery stuff going on to it, and it all
Yeah,
just seems like
it's
it
like
could
that.
have
What was
some
that
really
show that's
interesting stuff.
on? I think CBS. I think it's on Paramount.
Oh,
It,
Ghosts.
yeah, I think that's what like, I
I
was
think
thinking
that's what
that.
it's
I was
called.
thinking like ghosts is like all these people who just went
Yeah,
to his house and
definitely.
they get these ghosts in here.
I'm just here to do a DIY house flip, and no, there's ghosts. All right, after that was Age of Mythologies Retold Heavenly Spear DLC that's coming out. I had the date there, fall of 2025. So we got that going on. After that was Mudong Two Hearts. This one looked kind of crazy. It's from a Korean developer, and it looks like I can't tell if you're playing as two different people or if there are several different people involved here. But you're going from like almost Splinter Cell looking third person action shoot 'em up stuff to now you're just this young woman who's like escaping and then also maybe tasering people. So it's almost like the duality of Spider-Man where it's like, "Oh, here's your Mary Jane portion of the game." But like, why am I going through this like super
Yeah,
intense Navy SEAL stuff?
this is the closest thing I'm gonna get to Splinter Cell, I guess, we right here because that's why I kind
Yeah,
of
but then
and
also it's going to be broken up by you playing as Sam Fisher's daughter.
daughter. Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Darren Fisher's daughter. Don't worry, she's a badass.
I mean, maybe.
Badass.
All right, after that was Planet of Lana 2. I remember Planet of Lana vaguely, but not enough
Vaguely,
to
darn. I mean, I
be
remember
excited
just
about Planet of Lana 2.
was it last year or 2 years ago? When did it come out? It wasn't that long ago.
No, it wasn't that long ago. I would say 2 years ago.
Yeah, and I didn't know. I mean, I thought it was gonna be one of those games like, oh, man, people gonna be talking about it, which some people did, but it didn't get the grab that I thought. I thought it was gonna get the grab like what's the game that like Ori and the Blind Forest or something like that.
Mm.
I thought it was going or like Inside or something like that. I thought it was going to get that kind of grab for the game, and I mean it did. I mean, not that it wasn't popular enough, it just wasn't that because I didn't see like a whole lot of awards and stuff for. I think it just got nominated. But yeah, when they said two, I was like, wow. Because I started playing that. I actually played some of that, and I mean, it was interesting, but I was like I'll be honestly, it was one of those things where, hey, if everybody else was playing it, I'll play it. But I didn't hear it a lot. So I was
Yeah.
like, I'll just go play something else then.
Yeah.
But they got a two. So now I'm like, oh, did I miss out on something here?
Did I
Or
miss out on something people
but
were talking about? Enough to have a
yeah.
sequel this quickly? All right. After that, Dominic was Fallout 76 Gone Fission. Um, they'll play on words, but actually they're just fishing. there's there's fishing in Fallout 76. They had a like somewhat extended bit of just showing people fishing in Fallout
Yeah, at the
76.
beginning. Yeah, at the beginning of the show, like when you was waiting for the show to start, you saw people fishing. I know what that was from. I was like, what is this? What game is this? And then when I saw the thing talking about fishing, I said, "Oh, so we were looking at people just fishing in Fallout 76 before the
Yeah,
game started. That's all we were doing."
that's kind of
And
crazy.
yeah, and then it gets to the part like when somebody was saying, like, "Man, like, why didn't they show all some of these other games that are not out yet?" And then I think people, I do not get why some people really defend these companies in a way. Like it's one thing you think like the person saying something like really truly wrong, and maybe they did, maybe they do, and which is I just I find it weird because you came to that conclusion. Because like then people would be like, why would they talk about Fable? We know what's coming out next year. And what other game? Okay, we said Fable. It was another game the guy said, I forget, but he talked about Fable, and then the guy said they talked about goddamn Fallout 76,
Yeah.
and that's been already out about damn fishing. And like that could have just been an update. They don't need a show for that.
Yeah.
They don't need
That's a
to
Twitter
talk
post
about it
at
on the
best.
show. And it's like
I
they
think
talked
part
about
of the reason why they even did it was because of the like little skit that they did alongside it. Because otherwise, yeah, it does. There's no reason for that to be a part of this show whatsoever.
yeah, and then like he said some other good points too. And but like the people understanding that they're making excuses for that, saying it's a thing that's been around. It's like, okay, all right, fine. It's like, but like, it's almost like, wait a minute, why are you fighting this? Like, that's the thing. It's like, what are you? Are you work there or something? It's like this
You
is like
financially
the
invested in
complaint
this?
is not out. The complaint is not outrageous that the guy was making. Is that like, why don't I see the new games that you talked about
Yeah.
before? Like we
We
literally
want
have
to
not
show that we
seen
still
freaking games.
support
And then the guy
Fallout,
said we
Dominic.
still got come out next year. We still got things this year. And it's like, but this is a game show. Why had to wait till the other Killy show that is based on what the guy was saying? Like the guy was
Yeah,
saying,
Game
like,
Awards, yeah.
why had to wait for that? Like people show gameplay a year before they get people show gameplay of games 2 years before they come out. They use sometimes. I mean, what the hell are you talking about? I was like, I don't get it. I don't get the argument against that. And people just saying this, then people that come out and say, oh, people just got some noise to complain about. And I was like, this is, yep, they do. They sure do. And it's gonna be like that forever. God damn. I mean, just like why even comment? I don't even get it. Like people just feel like just typing. I was like, what the fuck? Um, all right, like, go ahead.
All right, next up was Solo Leveling Arise Overdrive. This looks like an anime action game. It's got 4-player co-op, which doesn't make a lot of sense because I'm supposed to be solo leveling, Dominic.
That's anime. So that's it's an
They
anime
don't play
that
by our
I've
rules.
seen actually all the first season of
Okay.
like because when I had Crunchyroll, it's all right. I mean, I know a guy I know he likes it. I just think it's okay. Nothing like well, I'm not into these things like where I want to play the games on unless the games are good. I just haven't
Yeah.
don't see them. I don't see them really be that good, except for Dragon Ball Fighters, which
Mhm.
apparently no, that's not the good one. The good one is the one where you can go all over the place and be confused.
All right.
Uh,
Next
what
up,
I got?
Dominic, was a Nemo, which is a next generation open world creature catching ARPG. It looks sort of Pokemon-esque, like the
I
creatures that
am.
you were capturing.
What's it called again? Because I don't remember this.
A Nemo?
An Anemo, like amiibo
Yeah.
without the bow. All
Kind
right.
of, yeah. Kind of, yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
But
Yeah. I am seeing
they
this.
have very Pokemon-esque creatures, but it seems like the girl that you're playing as is going to maybe transform into those creatures instead of
Oh,
you just capturing them and fighting them. Um, it looks neat, I think. As far as like
who makes this
in
game?
the Pokemon world, I don't know, to be honest with you. I didn't notice
Someone
if
said
it said
Power
somebody
Walk
that
so
worked.
Anemo could run.
It very much looks like it's made by the Pal World people. The even for anime, the style of it looks very similar for that. After that, Dominic, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3+4. That's coming out July 11th, so we're less than a month away at this point. I believe the demo is out now of the Foundry level. If you pre-order this game, since it's on Game Pass, I'm still trying to not do that, even though I would like to try this out. But it's less than a month away. I can wait. But the big announcement here was Michelangelo from the Ninja Turtles is going to be a secret character in this game. Hopefully not like the Doomslayer where you have to like pay to play as him, which I'm now kind of concerned about. Having said that,
Wait a minute.
but I am
Time out.
super
That
excited
was
about this game.
that's what it was for Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2.
No,
You play-
for this one, they're the Doomslayer and the Revenant or whatever, the skeleton guy. Those characters, I believe, you have to purchase.
They're coming. They're coming to Pro.
Maybe it's just
they're coming to Pro
skins.
Skater 3 and 4,
Yeah. Instead of
and they have to pay. Oh. Okay.
Yeah, instead of, because I think it was like Darth Maul in 3. So instead of them, it's they brought the Doomslayer in there.
And they're making you pay for it.
Yeah. It seems like maybe it's just locked behind like early access to them is locked behind like paying for it instead of Game Pass. I really hope like at most that's the case, but yeah, I hope Michelangelo isn't though. I hope he's just a guy that like I beat a campaign or something like that and I can unlock because he looks awesome. He looks like the more modern version, the kind of younger kid Michelangelo.
Oh, not the scary looking one from the movie.
No, not the Michael Bay.
What's his name? Michael Bay.
Yeah.
Take off his mask. He took off his mask and scared the shit out of me even more.
All right. After that was At Fate's End. This is 2D action game coming in 2026. It has a really nice art style to it. Very kind of like big bold shapes and stuff like that. There's some like card aspect to it, which I don't know what that is doing. But I think generally the game looks pretty cool. I'm interested to see more of that. I'm trying to think of what game it reminds me of. It's from the creators of Spirit Fair, which maybe that's the exact game that I was trying to think of visually.
The Slay the Spire. That's what you're thinking of.
Slay the Spire. After that, Gears of War Reloaded coming out August 26th, 2025. Not the Gears of War I necessarily expected to exclusively see here, Dominic.
Yeah, I mean,
played this game.
Whatever. Yeah, we already played it, and like, I'm not going to play with. I'm not going to use none of those features.
People.
Yeah, because I'm not using none of those other features. Like that's just not going to be happening.
Yeah, I mean, it looks good, but yeah, it's.
Yeah, I know a beta supposed to be coming out for the multiplayer, which I was never a big fan of Gears multiplayer, like regular multiplayer, just the horde mode, which didn't come out into 2. So,
yeah, I don't know, Dominic. We played quite a bit of that multiplayer even before horde mode. I know it wasn't always your favorite thing, but we did play a lot.
Oh no, we played it, but it's just we had to find people that were bad who didn't use shotguns like us.
Yes, exactly. People who wanted to get up in there and chainsaw some people.
Yeah, exactly. Like, because once people, it's like shotgun was just, and I couldn't. I don't know. I don't know why I could never do. I mean, I get some kills, but the way those guys were just killing people with shotguns,
they had that 2-piece combo, the shotgun and the roll, and that was it.
Yeah,
that was absolutely it. What was it? Foot that was really good at that.
And yeah, he was. Foot was okay. He wasn't great. It was really the other guy, DJ Sticks, who was.
Oh, okay. That's who it was.
Yeah,
I knew there was one of us that like could actually pull that off, and the rest of us were just like, I just want to get up in there and chainsaw them.
Yeah. Or like, hey, distract them, make them try to run from you, and then I'll hold the chainsaw up.
Yeah. All right. After that, Dominic, Persona 4 Revival. Are you excited?
Not really.
No.
Maybe I'll play it. I mean, just like maybe I'll play 3. It's
Oh
just
yeah, I guess you
it's
haven't
like
gotten around to 3 even yet. You
yeah,
played better games
and
now. You played Re Fantasia. You know what
exactly.
it's like on the other side.
I mean, yeah, I'm not really excited for these games. Yeah, if I never played them before, then yeah, but unfortunately, I played them in recent times. It's
Yeah.
not a big deal for me.
After that was Sea of Thieves. That's got more content coming out, I believe, very soon, actually. Season 17 coming in August of 2025.
I don't know how
That
seasons work,
is,
so I don't. So to say that's a lot
it's
is
clearly
like
not
okay,
years.
yeah, yeah, because I know there's been yeah, exactly.
I don't
See,
even think it's quarters at that
my
point.
season, my season, yeah, my seasons in the day were years. Like, hey, the new season, that means it came out another
Mhm.
year. So when I see something like, hey, it's on season 17, I'm like, what the fuck? It's like, what the fuck does that mean? The game hasn't even been out for 17 years.
Yeah.
It hasn't even been out for 10 years. So I don't know what the like I don't know what that I guess that's good. I'm sure it's good, but I don't know what's a lot. You know? It's like
I
yeah.
gotta
I mean
say, it is kind of crazy. Um, See, watching this Microsoft thing again as I'm going through this, just to make sure I'm not missing anything, and also seeing things that I maybe don't remember. But at the end of each thing, they do it's coming to these consoles. But to see PlayStation and Nintendo logos in Microsoft's presentation is pretty wild.
oh that is wild. I didn't even notice that honestly.
Yeah, I don't know if that happened in the live one, but this is on Xbox's channel, the official one. So I'm like, whoa,
I would
okay.
think it would. I would
They're
think they
just
were just
like,
showing the
we're
same thing.
publishers now. We don't really care if it's only on our thing.
Yeah, the publishers
Um,
actually have a console. That's the other thing.
yeah. Well, I mean, we'll see for how long. Um, all right. After that, Dominic was Invincible versus. It's a 3-on-3 tag fighting game set in the Amazon, cartoon world of Invincible. Looks very violent. And for what I thought initially was gonna look pretty mediocre, I think it actually looks pretty all right, and maybe
Yeah,
has a chance.
when I saw it again, I was like, it looks better than when I initially saw.
Mhm.
Um,
It definitely
so
does take maybe a little too close of a resemblance of some of that cheaper animation from the show, but at the same time, it's like, I guess it's just kind of faithful to what that show looks like.
yeah, or maybe what the comic looked like. I mean, I never seen the comics.
Yeah. Yeah, but I mean like the animation of it where it's,
Oh,
the kind of they don't look like they tried to use that many frames for walking kind of thing, like the cartoon does.
yeah.
All right, let's see. The thing for me is like 3-on-3 tag. That means you need a decent amount of characters, and honestly, like there aren't that many characters, or at least from season 1, where I'm like, man, I would be excited to play as
I
them.
think people they did the joke of like the Goku's. They said it's going to be a lot of versions of
Okay.
him because of you go to those different worlds in one of those seasons.
Okay. Gotcha. Oh boy. All right. After that, Dominic, it finally happened. Final Fantasy VII Remake Integrate is coming this winter to the Xbox. So there's still time to wait and no announcement for the second game. Um, Man, they really just. Do you think they just never even worked on that thing? And then they were just like, oh man, we didn't make the money that we wanted. We should probably we should probably get this on the Xbox. And because they had no work whatsoever on the Xbox started, they're like, well, we'll get there eventually. Like,
Wait a
why
minute.
else would it have taken this long for 7 to get to the
Oh yeah,
Xbox?
that's to 7. Yeah, I
Yeah, 7.
yeah, 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 exactly. I mean, I think that's probably what it is. Yeah, I would feel like 7 remake, because 7 remake came out before 16. Like, why not just put that out? Because I feel like if you're gonna wait till winter, I thought it was gonna be like, oh, you get both of them. But then I was
Right.
like, oh no, they don't do that anymore. They gotta
Nope.
make as much money as they can. They gotta do separate.
Absolutely.
Um,
You got to do 2 separate
so
$80 games.
yeah. So whatever. I mean 16, how much that cost? 70?
Oh, that's a good question. I haven't even
I think
looked.
it has to be. It has to be. Yeah, because somebody would have been. People would have been talking about it was 80. So
Yeah. But it's $50.
okay, all
Final
right,
Fantasy.
that's good.
Yeah. But yeah, so like you mentioned, 16 is out now on the Xbox, and I think part of that was maybe during development they realized, oh no, this Final Fantasy 7 thing did not go well. Maybe we should do some work to make this easier for us to bring over to an Xbox when the time comes. So yeah, I mean, at least it's finally there, you know, and to have it out now is kind of their surprise. That's better than Final Fantasy VII. We're still waiting until the winter to see what that does. Next up, Dominic, new Double Fine game, Keeper. You play as what appears to be a sentient lighthouse, and that's coming out
Yeah,
October 17th, 2025. So this
yeah,
year.
double fun. I love them. I love them doing those weird type of things, man. It seem like they're Tim Burton. They're Tim Burton-esque kind of
This is
studio.
Yeah, this is almost even the most Tim Burton I feel like I've seen from them, and maybe part of it is because it looks so like stop motiony.
Yeah,
Almost like, and I know it's not Tim Burton per se, but Nightmare Before Christmas is obviously heavily Tim Burton inspired, and this or a Coraline. This reminds me a lot of like a Coraline. So I'm excited to see what the gameplay of this is. It's showing some platforming stuff. I wonder if it's going to be heavily on that, or if it's going to be maybe like some more puzzle solving, interaction-y bits. I don't know, but I'm excited for what that is. I'm glad it's not something that we necessarily have to wait a long time for either. And then after that, Dominic, they closed out the show with Phil Spencer and Call of Duty Black Ops 7.
and
We are
I
in
don't think I ever seen it. I didn't even watch that
Black
part.
Ops world. You didn't even watch it?
Uh,
Oh man. You got to check it out. It's starring the guy from Heroes. Or what's the one they did after that where he was like a family guy but maybe was cheating on
Solace?
somebody or no,
Oh,
the main dude, the main good guy who
oh,
maybe becomes a bad guy at some point.
oh, the guy who was what we call it, son in Rocky, the Rocky movie.
I think so. I think I heard someone reference that. I did not see that. I didn't remember that at least if that happened in like one of the ones that I've seen. Yeah, the one
Yeah,
that does he have like a scar or something?
I don't
Yeah, he's
remember.
got like a scar on his lip.
Oh, you mean like in the Hero show? Did he get a scar?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
I think
think
in
there
real
was a
life
bad. Maybe there was
that's
a bad version of him. Maybe it was. I don't. Yeah,
because I feel like they
but
did do that where it was like, oh no, he's two different people or something like that. But
he
he
no,
was the one that
he had a goatee. He had an old evil goatee, like the guy from Knight Rider. Some bad version.
um, but yeah,
Was it what's it
they're
called? Black
doing
Ops
Call of
7?
Duty, Black Ops 7.
I just don't get why like they need to keep doing Black Ops. I'm like, I feel like you got the Call of Duty name. Can do something else now?
Yeah, especially when you're at 7, because yeah, at one point I would have said like Black Ops. Yeah, Black Ops appeals to a younger generation. For us, it was Modern Warfare, right? And like
Yeah,
they were maybe utilizing those in that way where it's like, okay, Modern Warfare, here's for this, slightly older generation, the guys that have been with us for a while. And then Black Ops, here's for like this younger generation. Here's your zombies. Here's your whatever nonsense. And this does look like it's going to have zombie stuff in it. But I don't know where they go. And I feel like I've been saying this for many years now. So maybe like that's where they're at. They don't know where to go. And Black Ops is like, well, we can do Black Ops again. I don't know. Do they have interesting stories to tell in the Black Ops universe? Like, are they still doing whatever? Like, oh no, this is in your head, or give me the numbers, Mason, or whatever. I don't know what that is anymore, and maybe that's part of my own problem. And they're just trucking along and selling millions of copies. So they're like, yeah, why would I not be doing this?
Or like, yeah, some people are probably asking why you're playing the single player.
I mean, there's also that. Why are you even concerning yourself with the single? But they're getting at least a television level star. They're paying this man, to do single player stuff.
I mean,
theoretically,
they pay those people to do all those single player stuff they do, which is like, yeah,
they paid Kevin Spacey at one point to be in one of these games.
Yeah.
And that was pre what Kevin Spacey is now, which is a pariah. So he probably got paid pretty well.
Honestly, if the game is half as good zombies wise as Black Ops 6, I'm hyped. See, those people like those zombies mode. I think zombies is not what I thought. That's not what I wanted. It is not what I wanted. Like what it is. Like, I'll yeah, darn.
That's I did we talk about it where it's like that's not the thing that you close the show with. The thing that that's the thing they used to open the show with when Call of Duty was a much bigger thing. And to now have that be your like one last thing, here's this. Also, I'm Phil Spencer and I'm going to come out here and mention Fable and mention this and mention that. But I'm not going to show you any of these games, Why are you going to mention E-Day when you don't have anything to show for Gears of War E-Day, or like you said, Perfect Dark or Fable? All these games that they've shown us at this point and not shown us again. It's time to release these games. I feel like we're saying this every year, and like at least they do have some games releasing now, because there was a time where it was like we're complaining about this stuff, but mostly because there's absolutely nothing coming out from them. But now we have games that are coming out, and we have games that we didn't even know about, like the Double Fine thing, Keeper, and I'm excited for that. But at the same time, it's like, what about all these games that you've had in development for maybe far longer?
And the game, and plus you got to look at it this way. Like, let's say I'm a person who bought the system because of those games. You said it was coming.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
yeah,
where are
and
they?
then and then you move on to a next generation, and I can't even play those games because they're not going to be available on the last generation of consoles from when you told me that I could play those games. Yeah, again, I feel like they had a strong
and also
showing
that sucks
here.
too if you're let's say you're not a Game Pass guy. You're a person who actually buy games. You bought an Xbox because it's like, hey, I don't really care about the PlayStation's first party games or whatever. The Xbox games that they say were coming, I want. Now they're coming on PlayStation, and there's even more powerful PlayStation that, hey, I've had the money.
Runs these
If
games
you're a person who had
better,
the money to get it, you'd be like, holy shit, I could have got that PlayStation and got to be playing these games even better. Well, what the hell? It's a lot of I mean, there's still there is a problem with that. Even though yes, they are coming good. Like it's good, but it's also that those are what the games you were selling people on that were coming, and like we haven't really see updates on them. Like we haven't Yeah, it's not even a thing of you showing it off, and it's like, we still don't know what's coming out, but we see that they are working on it. Like we don't see anything on it. Yeah, it's just really weird. And like I said, the whole state of gaming is. I mean, I said this for years. Even like, I mean, you see that now, a whole lot of YouTube videos with that for a few years now. But I remember saying that like at the beginning, though, so it's like Sony hasn't. When I said Sony wasn't showing anything. I was like, but they're showing this King remake. So I was like, but they're selling. I was like, that's not good. It's like Sony's selling and they're not having anything. That's not
Yeah.
good. Um, and like that, this is not a good sign. It's like that things that come, and then the Xbox, yeah. I know some, and yeah. Now, Outer Worlds being $80. That's yeah. I think that's. I mean, we talked about it a little bit last week. It's kind of ridiculous for this type of franchise. It's not really huge, but you're going to take a chance for $80. Some people are saying that, oh, this is just a way for people to get to Game Pass. Like people are using that thing, saying that,
Mm.
oh, they're gonna put games for $80, and then the people gonna say it's too expensive. So, well, I'll just get Game Pass, for they can get everybody to go to Game Pass. And then some people say, well, then what's Nintendo's excuse then? It's like, oh,
Because they
what's
know
their
you will
thing?
buy them at
You'll buy it,
$80 because they
yeah.
won't lower the prices ever.
Yeah. So that's what somebody said. It's like it's just a different type of strategy, but it's all bad. And
The funny
well,
thing is
one guy
Sony who falls in the middle of it where they drop their games occasionally, but they also don't really have a solid Game Pass competitor in the same way because you're
in the
going to
same
wait
way, no.
6+ months for those games.
Yeah,
Whereas
exactly.
like it almost seems crazy to me for anyone to buy an Xbox game, especially if you're someone that's gonna play that game like straight through. Buy a month of
Yeah,
Game
if it's
Pass for 15
yeah,
bucks,
if it's
20
yeah.
bucks now. Play that game, maybe, grab something else while you're there and try it out and then, cancel it if you're
That's
done.
what somebody
You
says.
know,
Yeah, you just
obviously they
cancel it.
hope you
Yeah.
don't cancel it, but
Yeah, so you could just
you could
yeah.
absolutely cancel it.
Um it yeah, it's like I said, I still think it's as for value is good. Like most of the people who just talk about how bad it is, it's mostly from a developer level or publisher level kind of thing of like, oh, like how much like people won't buy the game because it's on Game Pass and they know that they so you don't get as much sales or something like some. But I was like, it's mostly from a level of like that has nothing to do with me as a consumer, really.
Right.
Like as a consumer, that means nothing to me. I mean, yeah, it does. I mean, as a consumer, it means nothing to me. It's like all I care about is getting the best value for me. Like if the
Mhm.
game's coming out, it's not about like, oh, how is it doing for the company? I don't know. I mean, I would think like, hey, you chose to put it up there. I'm thinking you do all right, and I just getting as good as I get. That's what it's about. But yeah, most people just look as yeah, they like most people who talk bad about Game Pass is from that kind of outlook, and it's like yeah, and then I wait. I mean, that has nothing to do with me though. It's like that's I'm not that part. I'm the consumer. I'm a person who consumes. I lose money when I buy. I don't. It's not. It's like it's different. Um, but yeah. I mean, yeah. The people talk like yeah, Game Pass. They say, oh, but when the prices go up, and I said like yeah, they'll be bad. The price when the price goes up for it. But that also means the game prices have gone up too, as we're seeing. So technically that it will still probably be the better deal. It just the overall gaming just won't be as good because
Right.
it's just too high. Um it yeah. It's like the show overall, the Xbox show, it was fine. Like I say, the clockwork was
Yeah.
really a big deal. I really like that. And
Mhm.
that other one, the hotel one game.
Yeah. That was
What was that called?
No Cats in the Grand.
Okay, yeah.
At the
I think
Grand.
those were like really big showings for me. I mean, the Outer Worlds 2, it was nice seeing some more of that game. Um, But yeah, I wanted something. Yeah, I wanted something from those other guys. I wanted to see what was the yeah, I want to see more updates on Fable. Like I definitely want to see that. I want to see something from Perfect Dark, just to see what's going on with the big games that we seen some years ago when they announced a
Yeah.
lot of those games that were coming
Now, was Perfect
in the
Dark
near
the one?
future.
Did we see that just last year when they showed the gameplay? I say
Oh,
just.
I see. To be honest with you, man, the only thing in my mind I can remember from Perfect Dark wasn't even gameplay. It was like a
Okay,
video. So I
gotcha.
didn't even know they showed gameplay.
Yeah, I think I want to say it was last year when they finally revealed it again. They were like, "This is, and it might have been like simulated gameplay, but it was, like this is what you know it's gonna look like when you're actually playing
All
this
right,
game."
let me see. Gameplay reveal, Xbox Showcase 2024.
And it's Ben Swartz that was the guy that's doing the Outer Wild stuff. I think it said Jason Schwartzman, but Ben Swartz, and
Okay.
yeah, he's the guy that plays. He's Sonic's voice actor now too.
Okay.
He
This
didn't make a
gameplay,
Sonic
yeah,
movie the
yeah, you
game,
moving, yeah. I see. Yeah. Darn, that was a year ago.
yeah. That's why it's so like, what are we doing here? Why did we just not talk about that at all? Why are we, you just teased me with that last year, like it was going to be something I was going to see again soon, and instead nothingness. And especially Fable, like wasn't Fable was that scheduled to come out this year or was it last year? I can't
It
remember. I
was
thought
it,
we
it
had
was it
like a
was scheduled at a
year
time to come out this year, and then they moved it to,
and then they moved it
next year.
back. But that means they should still be able to show me something, right?
Yeah, it does. It does. Like, why you hear nothing at this show? That's what I'm saying. It's like, why do I have to wait if it's coming out next year? I feel like this would be the show to show something. I mean, you can still show something again at the Keeleys or
Yeah,
whatever the
Game
other thing,
Awards, yeah.
but it's like, why aren't you showing something now?
Yeah, this is your big show. This is your big opportunity. So,
Did he
I
hit
don't
him?
know. Oh,
Damn. Oh, I'm looking at the Oreo game. Damn, shit.
did he?
Bases loaded, 2 outs. Come on, hold off. This game is tied at 3-3.
Jeez. All right, Dominic. So yeah, that was it
Oh no, he
for
didn't hit him.
the
No,
E3
he didn't
stuff.
hit him. He
No,
hit the glove. No, it hit the glove, and then the glove. It hit the guy's glove, and then it hit on
and then
his.
it bounced off him.
Yeah. Oh, but they
Huh.
saying it did hit him though. I don't. Where did it hit him? It must have nipped him. Maybe it nipped him a little bit.
Interesting.
Damn, he can't even finish the fifth inning. Come on, man. What's what going on against this team? At least finish five. Man, that sucks. All right. What we got next, man?
All right, yeah, that was it for their showcase. And that was it,
Oh
kind of
yeah,
for
that's right. Call of Duty. Yeah, yeah. The Call of Duty was the
the
last thing. Yeah.
stuff. We talked last week about maybe looking at some of the other shows. I glanced over them kind of quickly, to be honest with you.
Yeah, yeah. I guess I
But
lied
nothing
because I
really.
did not. I didn't turn to it. And did the Game Informer say anything like from those shows? Like they got any
I didn't see
articles?
anything that they highlighted on there that I
Yeah, that's a
checked
little
them this morning.
disappointing.
I know people were kind of like grossed out by the green gaming one because it's the green. It's supposed to be like sustainable energy and stuff like that, and then like
They were
apparently they
grossed out
were
by it. Well, what?
well they
Why?
were they were advertising like AI generated mobile games and stuff like that. So people were like, "Oh, this is supposed to be a
Oh,
green thing," and you're advertising AI schlop pretty much. Like, ooh,
yeah.
gross.
Saying no human waste is on this.
Yeah, exactly. Yes. Yeah. All right. So yeah, we'll get into new releases here real quick, Dominic. We got Final Fantasy 16, which we mentioned is out now on the Xbox Series X and S. We also have Dune Awakening out on the PC. That's that survival game.
So yeah,
Warhammer.
that is a subscription. That is buy and play.
Is it? Or are you asking or
Yeah.
telling?
No, I'm telling you.
Ugh, gross. That's
Why?
who thinks they can get away with subscriptions anymore, Dominic?
No, I said it isn't. It
Buy
isn't
and play.
subscription.
It isn't.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. And that's $50 I see here on Steam. Steam reviews are very positive. I haven't seen any proper reviews for that game, but okay, I guess if you're into that style game and you're into Dune, then maybe this is the one for you.
I hate deserts.
Is it because the sand gets everywhere, Dominic?
Yeah, it's sand.
Yeah.
But no, that locale, desert locale. I'm like, come on. I'm not. And I mean, I know that's what Dune is, but it's just like I don't want a desert. It's like it's just boring.
there's one of the biomes that has the least interesting of architecture to it.
Yeah.
They're usually pretty flat. They're usually pretty brown. That's kind of it.
I mean, you got you got the hills. I mean, stuff like that. You know, you got the dunes.
But even then, it's, you got this kind of smooth hill. It's not even like rocky and jaggy a lot of times because the sand is just blasted. It's smooth over millennia or whatever. So, it showed me like a really cool under the sand civilization or something like that. Now we're talking, but for the most part, surface.
The sand, where the sandworms be chilling and stuff.
Exactly. What do they got going on underground there? All right, next up we got Warhammer 40K Space Marine Master Crafted Edition out on the PC and Xbox Series X and S. We also have
I downloaded it, didn't try it yet though.
Okay. Got Stellar Blade out now on the PC, so we'll see how the mods go for that. I'm quite intrigued for research purposes, Dominic.
Yes.
The Altars, that game's out on PC, PS5.
Yeah, I downloaded that too.
Xbox
I didn't try
Series
it out yet. It's on
Speaking
Game Pass.
of Fallout, because it's kind of similar to that. We also have Five Nights at Freddy's Secret of the Mimic. This is one of those Five Nights at Freddy's games that actually looks like a game. So I wonder how this one ends up getting reviewed.
I need it to look like a pixelated 2D game. That's the kind of game I want. So I can play that game. They won't be scared.
All right, then we got the big one this week, Dominic. The Leslie Benzies Grand Theft Auto Creator Special Mind's Eye, rather. That's out now on the PC, PS5, and Xbox Series X.
That's the guy from Grand Theft Auto.
Yep,
was behind this game.
Yep, and it is apparently atrocious.
Yeah, I heard bad things about it.
There is early on in the game, there's an NPC that if you run over him with the car, his model just expands out like if he were in Assassin's Creed Unity.
Oh.
The debacle of Mind's Eye.
Maybe that's part of the game. Maybe that's in the Mind's Eye.
That's yes, it looks that way. Perception, yes. Yeah, it sounds like this game is a very maybe not even half baked, maybe quarter baked to Dominic, which is a shocking thing coming from someone who worked on a game like Grand Theft Auto, which was
it's one thing the game just to like you don't like the game, but yeah, why is this game like this? Like, what happened? Oh, it's gonna be one of those stories we read later on. What happened?
Yeah, because it's already there's already talk of like super toxic management over there and bad place to work.
It's another Soho studio thing, like with what was that game called?
Can't remember.
I mean, the name of it was a genre too. LA Noir. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Which, like, that game didn't even turn out bad as far as I was concerned. I thought that
No, it
was
didn't.
pretty
They went
enjoyable.
through hell to make a good game. It was worth it.
They did.
All that stuff was worth it.
All those face scans. Yeah. All right, Dominic. Yeah, that is it for the week. You got anything else for the people?
Nah, man, I'm good.
All right, thank you guys as always for listening. You can check us out on Twitter. Dominic is at DStallworth5. I'm at Regulus MB. The podcast is at Superpod, SUPAPOD. On Bluesky, we are at superpod.com, at regulusmb.sky.social, and at DinoMan at DominicStallworth.bluesky.social. We've got a website. You can check us out there. It has all of our previous podcasts at superpod.com, as well as links to all the places you can find us, including YouTube, where there's a video version of this podcast, as well as iTunes, YouTube Music, Spotify, Amazon, and Audible. Until next time, guys, talk to you later.
All right, see ya.